Be
Now
good,
we
bud.
are. All right, guys. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody feeling? I hope you got a chance to watch. I just dropped the link in the chat. Fraud or Troll released a little documentary on Fraud at Wrangler, aka Michael Kaiser, aka Shit Bucket. That's on his Josh Prime channel now. The reason he did that is because he has like 100. He just passed 100K subs over there, and he's trying to extend the reach of this. And
Excuse
so,
me. I was told on good authority he did it because I'm blackmailing him.
oh, that's right. We weren't supposed to say anything for legal reasons, though. Shiz.
How are you not going to give me credit?
Well, if you want to open yourself up to litigation, fine. But
Chile style lawsuits for everyone.
yeah, buddy.
Like I've said it before, if you stare into the darkness too long, it stares back. They are becoming auditors right before our eyes.
Sure.
They're going to start filing frivolous suits and stuff. It's going to be so cute.
Yes. What she's talking about is that was Wrangler's excuse, pre-release excuse of this documentary of why Troll was doing this, because Shiz is somehow blackmailing him. I mean, right. I mean, yeah.
My evil villain storyline is my favorite one, so I like to spread the information. I want everyone to know me as an evil villain.
Exactly. So he did a great job with the video. I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch it. I did put the link in there. I do want everybody to please go over there and watch it. Give him the algorithm thing, even if you leave this. I mean, we will watch it here, but I want everybody to watch it over there because, again, the goal here is not telling anybody here probably anything they don't already know. It's certainly not telling MSG or Shiz anything they don't know, because they provided much of the information that Troll used. And so I'm very I have
very intimate knowledge of this case.
Yes, and I'm very pleased to have them both here.
Well, he wanted to have intimate knowledge of you, didn't he?
Sir.
Am I going to be blackmailed now or what?
We sat at a Dunkin' Donuts and you were all nice to my face, and now look at you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. MSG has met Shiz in the reels. That's right.
That's right.
Here comes a frivolous lawsuit.
But I'm not lying.
Well, we're supposedly cousins. The dry dicks or whatever they're called.
He wanted to get intimate with you. Did he not?
Stop.
Did he not?
I hate it here.
He sent Shiz some love letters way back when on Discord. Shiz has a. If you guys are not following either Shiz and or Master Sergeant, you absolutely should. I'll put the. I don't think
don't follow me. I'm terrible, but I put out documents sometimes. So if that's your thing, do it.
That's right. We're related. Her mom and my mom are both moms, and
and they're from Massachusetts.
And they're from Massachusetts. So
right, everybody in Massachusetts is related. In case you didn't know,
we're all cousins. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So again,
why am I the only one on camera? Ugh.
You're the only one that looks good.
Yeah, you're the only
don't
one.
Don't Kaiser out on me. Nope. Don't you Kaiser out. Don't you do it.
Well, it's only true though. Nobody wants to look at our mugs.
I'm just too lazy to set mine up.
There you go. Yeah, I would say Master Sergeant is probably the handsomest of us.
Yeah, I've got a fucking face for radio.
Oh, stop it. And he's taller than I thought.
Hey, everybody, it's Master Sergeant in the morning. Well, you guys would be a W something over there on the East Coast. Huh? WBBL. Yep. Again, thanks for Master Sergeant was the one who really kicked this off by getting his officially with the paperwork stuff, I think, unless I'm mistaken. You got all the official military paperwork on Kaiser. You want to tell everybody a little bit about that for those who are not in the know?
Yeah, I mean, I think Tats had already gotten some of it. I don't know where he got it from. I know he had been in contact with some people, but I just did things the easy way. And I just because he was in Alabama, and everything that I was seeing from looking him up in the Defense Manpower Database was pointing toward either Reserve or National Guard. I said, "Oh, what the hell? I'll send a FOIA request in to the Alabama National Guard." I've still got those emails. I save all of that stuff just so people are aware. So I can't be, called out for fabricating shit. I saved all the emails, saved all the data that they gave me, and they gave me a copy of his DD-214 from the U.S. Army Reserve, and they gave me a copy of his NGB-22 discharge, which is the National Guard's version of a DD-214. I'm sure he received the DD-214 when he left Fort Leonard Wood after being medically dropped from boot camp yet again.
Oh, yeah, it's in storage in Alabama, remember?
Yeah, but I haven't been able to get a copy of it as of yet. After 3 requests to MPRC, and I'm still waiting on the last one that went in. So it's been quite a while. But yeah, and I did that video.
I was just trying to get a snack, and I had to run back to the computer. So even though you don't have the documents on it, I can say that from speaking to investigators, what they ascertained looking into Michael's service during his plethora of felonies is that his first medical, I guess, was from a bee sting. He had an allergic reaction. And the second time was shin splints. He had a plate put in his leg. But I'm going to go get my snacks.
Get your snacks. And by the way, Wrangler Kaiser was feeling a little spicy there for a half a minute, and sort of half-ass came after MSG, called him, what was his incredible insult to you, MSG?
I don't know. I don't
monosodium glutamate. That was
yeah. I don't even.
Right, exactly. And there's no reason he should. If you guys don't know, if you're looking at the screen there, those chevrons mean something. That means, and I'm not trying to embarrass you or anything, man, but that means this guy was the shit, basically. If you don't know, E8s in any branch, it's an enlisted. It's like the upper echelons of the enlisted, right? And those are the guys. My dad was enlisted in the Navy, then went to officer candidate school, became a flight officer. Then when I joined up, he said, whatever you do, listen to the chiefs. So in the Navy, the chiefs are E7 and above.
Yep.
So same as a master sergeant in the Army. I'm not familiar. What do they call them? And they call them something
E7 and above. E7 is a sergeant first class.
Right.
Then you have master sergeant, and then you have sergeant major. Right. Which is the E9. And then, of course, that E9 position, there's 2 different ones. One of them is just a sergeant major, which I say just a sergeant major. That's still one hell of an accomplishment. Then you have a command sergeant major, who would be like underneath. He would be the right-hand man to like a battalion commander or a brigade commander, or for that matter, the sergeant major of the Army. But they're still all E9 rank structure.
And the point is E7, E8, E9, those guys run the fucking show, man. Even officers, they know what's up. They defer. You know what I mean? They know. And so for anybody trying to smear MSG, and I mean, one look at the guy, and he's not playing around. He's a good dude, man. He's a fun guy. He races bikes, but like he was saying with his paperwork, he says that this guy has made a career out of dotting the I's, crossing the T's, taking care of business. Well,
I mean, at any point, anyone that doubts any information can take the same exact steps to get those documents for themselves. You don't have to trust the person putting out the documents. You're free to pull the same ones. You just got to put in some effort.
Precisely.
Yeah, and the effort to get his military records is simple. I could not believe I did that on it was like a Friday afternoon. Monday morning, I had the records. And that's only because nobody was around. If I had done it on a Wednesday, I would have had it Thursday. It was that quick. So,
yeah. And like I've said all along, if you don't believe any of that, any of the paperwork Shiz is accrued, any of the paperwork Master Sergeant is accrued, anything anybody else is saying, just go into Wrangler's chat and ask him about his military service. Ask him about.
And there's Muppets out there talking smack about, oh, shit's not redacted by Sharpie, blah, 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 blah. Well, they're right. You don't use a Sharpie. I use a secure marker, which is basically a paint pen.
And I mean, technically, either way, if the documents are given to you unredacted, you can release them unredacted just as they did. So that's a courtesy, you mush brains. Sorry.
That's right. Plus, here's the thing. I can have all of your personal information. It's what I do with that information. So long as I safeguard that information, there's nothing illegal about having it. Name, date of birth, social security number. I can have that, all day long. It's what you do with it. And as I stated,
you just can't use it for an illegal purpose. And putting it out for information is not an illegal purpose. It's literally your social security number is your tracking number for shit like this.
Exactly. And I mean, for years and years and years, that's what you were tracked by in the military, your social security number. I mean, that's just recently changed in the last 15 years. So, yeah, there's none of the shit that I've done has been shady in any way, and anybody can do this. It does take a lot longer to get stuff from the National Personal Record Center in St. Louis. Takes a while, but anybody can do it.
Right. And by the way, MSG is currently a Boston area police officer. Is that not?
No, correct? I am currently not working as a
not Boston area either. Don't you dare.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I had that wrong. So what am I? You were a cop though, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'm still certified as a police officer in the state of Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
I'm currently not working due to the age restrictions in Massachusetts. However, that may change next month. So
he's lying. He's lying. I'm blackmailing him.
Yeah, Shiz is blackmailing me. But no, I'm getting a what they call a home rule exemption that will extend out my maximum age. I'm probably only going to work another year if I do, in fact, go back to work.
Gotcha. Well, thanks for your service all the way around. And thanks for your service in this instance, too, because like I said, you mentioned tats, and that's right. And we don't know what the situation with that guy is. Regardless, that was how it came to my attention, because he had messaged some people in the Stolen Valor community, and the answers he was getting back sort of made me think, because Stolen Valor, just so you know, is not something you really want to casually accuse somebody of. It's pretty serious, especially if you're a vet. You know what I mean? It's not an accusation you want to throw around unless you have some sort of basis. So I heard some whispers about Stolen Valor, and then when I saw Tats had posted a response from somebody pretty big in that community, I started saying, well, where there's smoke, there's fire. And then I started getting involved. Troll had his live stream, if you guys remember that. I made sure I was in the queue for that, and I'm glad I was, because I got to ask him, what I thought were important questions about his service. And then this is when I got introduced to Master Sergeant. I realized that that Master Sergeant video was coming out the same day, right? The Troll's stream was happening. It was just like fucking perfect timing. Is that right? Oh, you're muted, MSG. But good to see you. Pop your mic on, buddy.
Amateur.
You say
he's not my cousin.
Sure. No. You're still muted, buddy.
Yeah, I didn't want Chiz to get a complex being the only one on camera.
I appreciate you. I'm not gonna stay on long though, because apps call me like the ocean calls Moana.
Navy Girl was there too and asked him some excellent stuff, which he also danced around. Hi Linda H. Good. I'm glad you're here. The responses were embarrassing. He said nothing. It was a bunch of circular bullshit. That was back to MSG. That was the day your video came out, right? Was that same day of the live stream, and that was just happenstance.
Yeah, it was just a circumstance that I put that video out, and then it was like 2 hours before he was on the live stream with Fraud or Troll. So yeah, it was kind of crazy how that all came about.
Karma.
Agreed. And Ram, by the way, was sort of in Troll's crew when Kaiser came aboard, and he had objections to. Ram smelled something fishy with the dude from the start.
Yeah, University of Texas law student.
Yeah, my ass.
Yeah. It took me about an hour to figure that one out.
Yeah, and then you said something about there was a real guy named Michael Kaiser, and you spelled sort of asked.
Yeah, there's a Captain Michael Kaiser spelled Kaiser, and when he first came up on Trolls Live, he didn't put anything up but Mike. The second day, he put Michael Kaiser with an A, and I asked him if he was the same one. Oh, no, that's not me. They had Dallas Morning News had just done a big article on this guy because and I can't remember if it's Wounded Warrior Foundation, which foundation it is, but one of the bigger foundations he real active in. So they did a big article on him. So the next time I saw a last name behind Mike's name was Kaiser, and that really got my curiosity up. I had just finished. Troll had just had David Miranda on a debate, and David Miranda claimed he played football for the University of Texas, and he was the defensive back or something. I was like, I follow that, and so I went looking into that. So I had all this University of Texas stuff. I already had access to it because I'd been looking him up. Now Kaiser, no, there were no ties to it. Then he showed up on a live stream with Mark Stout and I, and Mark was going off late one night to do what he calls mass trolling, and Wrangler asked if he could go along. Well, Mark was doing that stuff is I think Warriors Rage was there, and I don't know, Slade. There were several of them, but as they started to weed out and it got to be 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I flat out just asked him. I just flat out asked him about the Texas thing and asked him about his last name spelling, and of course he just wormed around all of it. So
there you go.
Yeah,
sounds like our boy, huh? And
that's our boy.
I want to call out Jeff here, downgraded Valor and Article 15. You don't subscribe to him. Worth your time. He's been doing some fun lives lately, really riding Kaiser's ass, because this gentleman, he's saying here, Kaiser stole my service and bussy. I'm not quite sure what the bussy means, but he basically took a lot of Jeff's actual story. I mean, Jeff, if you guys aren't in the Stone Vet community, Stone Vet has gone over this quite a bit. Jeff got a field promotion for Valor in the field, which is a big deal, right? MSG can vouch for that. He's a combat vet. All the things Kaiser was saying he is and is not. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Jeff, you should. Sorry, there's some couple dickheads outside my window there making noise. Hey, Navy Techs, yeah, it is fucking amazing. So subscribe to Downgrade of Valor, subscribe to Stone Vet if you're interested in following the Kaiser antics. I'm interested to, I don't know, man. I might have to stay. I hate stream sniping, and that's why God bless Stone Vet, because I go over there just for the chat and the laughs, and the crowd is great, and SP and Hippie are great, and they actually make it tolerable to watch Kaiser, because Kaiser is a fucking jeez, just it's stomach turning. Once you know, and mind you, like I said, I've been here since the beginning of this. Certainly, Shiz, Master Sergeant, and Ram, we've all been here since the beginning of this shit. And when you know what he's all about, it is just nauseating to listen to for more than a few seconds.
Well, even then, so like he tried to befriend me, right? And you can't interact with him.
He tried to get in your pants. Don't fucking lie about it.
100%.
He wouldn't be able to fit. But like after knowing him for about a month, that's when like I don't know, you start to realize he's just LARPing as a human. Like he's not a real person. You know what I mean? So I think he has trouble making connections to anyone because of his mental state. But again, I said it on my live. I judge a lot of his followers because they're falling for this shit, and you're not sensing that he's full of shit. We all should have that instinct when someone isn't like good. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It not activating for them is like, whoa, how have you survived this long? First of all, but okay, I'm going back to my snacks.
You know who's been missing from his lives lately is that mayor. That mayor from that small town in Georgia.
Dick Proctor. Dick Proctor. What a fucking perfect name for that.
Yeah.
Ass fuck. He's still pops up into hey Blurple, hey Kelly, hey everybody, by the way. Vlad, I see you in there. He's in the chat periodically, but I think somebody told him, hey, maybe you don't want to be on his panel anymore. But there's a panel that he did a members only stream with that mayor and Tuttle. If you guys aren't familiar with Chief Tuttle, by the way, holy fuck, that guy is.
He's the one that said I probably couldn't run a mile, and I'm some fat fuck. And
yes, I made a short on that.
Are you sure he wasn't talking about me? I think he was talking about me.
No, there's a short out there on that. It's him calling you that stuff, and then it's got you, and that goes back to him. I did a short that day.
Yeah, he's talking about MSG probably, eats donuts all the time and shit.
Oh yeah, donuts. That's right.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
I mean, half a second is what I give you.
And then I revealed his law enforcement career on my community tab and did a full video on that, and we did a live stream on it.
Yeah,
exposing his nothings.
His law enforcement career. He was mainly a volunteer for most of it, except he was part-time at one place, and then he was the full-time chief for like 3 months. And then
432 people. He was a night watchman.
So, yeah.
Yeah, he's primo shit talk. But the did we lose Shiz, by the way? Shiz, if you're there.
Yeah, she seems to have disappeared.
Come back to us. Tuttle, the most sort of gross thing I saw was him saying that his wife, he was friendly with like the local militias and shit and the KKK. If all his wife needed to do was pick up the phone and they could have,
and they would be there. Yep.
Klansmen over there. So it's like, and this is who I'm just saying that's the level of people Wrangler has on his show. And then you got JJ, who's got to be one of the dumbest. Oh shit, we got pizza back.
The pizza wars.
All right,
Linda, if you can find that, go over and find that short on my channel and post a link to the so that retired Master Sergeant can watch the video. that live stream that we did on Numbnuts.
Yeah.
Can't think of his
Wrangler, Domino's Pizza again. I'm still not.
Yeah, the pizza thing threw me for a loop.
Wrangler is fake as his Pizza Hut stuffed crust. Well, I'll go along with that. Sure. And then we have some members and membership gifts. Bandit gifted 20 Dickbag Patrol memberships. Thanks, Bandit. Appreciate that very much. And Kadav, thank you for the 10 Dickbag Patrol memberships. Appreciate that. And then we also got Gothic Sparrow here as a member and Brad Hamill. So welcome, everybody. And I expect we may be hearing from some more pizza chains soon.
About a year ago, Master Sergeant, about a year ago, I was doing live streams with another channel, and the head moderator on that channel was Kimmy Dawn, and Kimmy Dawn is now Kimmy Wrangler. So pre-Kimmy Wrangler was Kimmy Dawn, and Kaiser would come over and get into the live stream before we even went on air, just to get his name up there and promote his channel and stuff like that. Well, Kimmy Dawn just disappeared. Heard nothing of her. Just all of a sudden she was gone, no longer there as a moderator or anything. And about a week or 10 days later is when it was discovered that she had hooked up with Wrangler. And of course, at that time we were thinking, wait a minute, this is one and the same person. There's not even a Kimmy Dawn, you don't know. So our conspiracy minds were going, this is really strange. But they were notorious for going to live streams and promoting the hell out of his channel. So when we broadcast on my channel, I wouldn't let him in. The other guy that I paired up with did. And as a matter of fact, I left him. And then shortly thereafter, both Wrangler and Kimmy became staples on that channel. I think they were like the big wrench moderators and stuff. But
they used to jump around every live stream and sort of promote whatever it was stuff they were doing.
But then they hung with Mike. They stayed up there with him for several months. I mean, they were
Mike being takedown.
Yeah.
Yep, here we go with Pizza Hut now.
The pizza
$4.99 for $4.99. Hey, at least we're not Little Caesars. They're worse than Wrangler. Not worse than Wrangler, but yeah, Ram and I had a discussion about Little Caesars. I think you are better off eating the box in that case. And Mirrors, member for 1 month. Thanks, Mirrors. Aussie. Hey, Gia, what's going on, girl? Yeah, so the other thing I wanted to congratulate Troll on, I mean, good job on getting 100K subs on his Josh Prime channel, and good for him for using that platform to spread this out. He does rightly feel bad about his role in, although, who knows, in the end, it may work out, because by going on YouTube, this is how dumb this guy is. He goes on YouTube when he's essentially already gotten away with murder, right? And then just for whatever pathological itch he had to scratch, he's gotten the murder case re-looked at. So good job, dummy. I mean, how fucking stupid are you? It turns out pretty fucking stupid. And now we got Little Caesars, of course. Kaiser's worse than us, and Chuck E. Cheese combined. Kaiser's about the worst out there. Chile, all these other auditors. That was the point Troll was making at the beginning of these videos. You think these guys are bad? Just wait, because Kaiser's the worst, man. And this seems like a good time to get into, I don't see any of his regulars over here. Sometimes we'll get some. I've seen some in our chats before, and it's like, I really, what is wrong with you guys? What is it going to take? I mean, at this point, I kind of written off his followers. But what he's done for new people joining is he sort of created a force shield. I think we've all had the experience. I would say the vast majority of us have had the experience of having us blocked and kicked out of his chat. He keeps a tight bubble on things over there. So anybody new coming in, just coming into his channel, is perhaps not going to see all this information. So that's another good reason for Troll to keep on it. And while we're on that subject, there's some vets that are still supporting him, whether they say Papa John's for $4.99. Gotcha. I'm not sure.
Well, there's veterans out there that really don't give two shits about stolen valor.
Right. Which is puzzling. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I don't have anywhere near your career and time in MSG, but certainly it provided my lifestyle through my dad, because he was in the service. I just don't see how it can't bother a vet. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess not everybody has a good experience with their military service, I guess. So,
yeah, I mean, I could see that, but is that? I mean, again, I guess you have to look at those kind of cases individually. Some people might have a legitimate a gripe against it, and therefore maybe not care. Or some people might have just been shitbags and washed out. I knew a couple of those. And then might have a grudge based on that. But I'm saying, in general, I don't know, man. It's mind-boggling. But yeah, there's some in particular, cough, Kfar, and I'm not talking behind his back, man. I've said all this to him in emails. I said it to him on panel. He knows what the deal is. He knows he's lying too. He knows he's just making shit up. And he's still talking to Wrangler. I emailed him yesterday about, because he said on that panel, Troll's panel that we had last week, Josh Stonevet, that is, cornered him and said, so you're going to, and I kept saying, so just make a video. And then, so Stonevet at the end cornered him and said, hey, so you're going to commit to making a video. I think it was Stonevet. I don't quote me on it. I'm pretty sure it was him. He said, you're going to make a video, right? You're committing to it. And so far, crickets. Troll's released his. Where is it, Kfar? I emailed him. Didn't hear anything back. Not surprising. So, I mean, those guys were buddies. They still talk. I just wonder, what is it? What the fuck is it? Is it switching his brain? Does Wrangler have something on him? Is he just that, weak-minded, weak-willed? I don't know.
Yeah, it boggles my mind too. It seems like most of the other ones, Navy Tech's went on there before he knew what was going on. And he bounced real quick.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I made the motherfucker's intro for him. Called him out on it, and I don't know. You guys probably already heard his response to that. Well, it was a gift, so I'm going to keep on using it. But the reality is he's just too fucking lazy and stupid to either make his own, get somebody to make one for him, and then he wants to still talk shit about me.
You could always copyright it and then hit him with a copyright.
No, unfortunately, too late for that. I kind of knew it was, because when you offer up something to somebody like that, and he has an email where I said, "Here, are you going? You can use this if you like." That's pretty much the end of that. But I did just due diligence, reached out to a copyright lawyer and double check to see if there was some way, because I could argue that he's impugning my reputation by using something, like that. Pretty much not necessary. It doesn't matter. Bottom line is he's just a fucking valor stealing, felonious, no skill having piece of shit. And Kfar, you know, I mean, he could say all day long, oh, I call him out. Dude, you and I, Kfar, know that is not true. And you're welcome to come up here. And by the way, Frauder Watch, I have not forgotten about our live stream. I mean, you're welcome to come up here if you want, by the way. I'll email you a link because you seem to be on the Kaiser team, or you say you went on his stream to promote your own channel. You said something about just going up on other people's channels regardless, just to promote your own channel. I didn't quite follow it, but I did want to follow up with you on that. So if you want, I'll email you the link. Just let me know.
There's an internet term for that.
We can just do it now. Hey, what's up, UH? Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's just, I mean, again, Stonebat just nailed it. You know, it is just weak. It's weakness. You know, I mean,
well, when Chrissy was on live with him last week, kind of got him riled up. He said he was going to make a video.
Yeah, he said, I'll make a video.
Because he said, you make a video. He goes, I will. I'll make a video denouncing him. So I've been watching for it. I haven't seen it yet.
Nope. Hey, Jet's back.
Jet.
What's up? Good to see you, buddy. You gifted 20 Dick Bag Patrol memberships. Fuck yeah. What happened to all the pizza, Anthony? I don't know. All the product placement. There'd be free pizza. Yeah, that's exactly.
I threw that little short up there in case Master Sergeant would like to see the first video made on him.
Oh yeah, let's watch.
Connected to the great law enforcement officer of our country.
This should be interesting.
I made it the day he said it.
There we go.
Ready?
Yeah. What's up?
It's Chief Total of the Country Cop 3 here. MSG retired. Do you think I'm intimidated by a retired E8? He's probably a fat ass. He probably eats tons of donuts, can't run a mile, and can't even remember the phonetic alphabet. They need to be dealt with. I was a gang member. I've done it all. I bought dope from one end of that city all the way to the other. In the late 90s, bad check charge. That is absolutely true. I live in Ohio, north central Ohio. We have KKK here. We have white supremacists here. We have tons of separatists here. One phone call, I could have 25 militia guys here loaded to the teeth.
Hey guys, MSG retired here. Military police platoon sergeant in Iraq in 2006, 2007. Saddam Hussein's Secret Service, huh? Nice. I need 3. Go upstairs to search.
Get all the males downstairs. All the females moved over to one room.
These 2 guys are handcuffed together. I'm going to take them down. We got to find the guns. We got to find the other shit.
Hey, everybody, it's Chief Total of the Country Cop 3 here. MSG retired.
Yeah. That speaks for itself.
You donut eating fat ass you.
I know. I can't help myself. I'm going to have to get a third wheel on that motorcycle.
Yeah, I sent him some links to your motorcycle racing too, but he probably didn't bother watching it.
No, I'm sure he didn't. Well, I might go to the Mid-Ohio track this year. You never know.
And there you go.
Maybe he'll come out and watch.
Yeah. Him and Wrangler, right? He'll be right there.
Him and the warm bag of milk can come out and watch.
Oh yeah, Mrs. Chief, you mean? Yeah. Generally, I don't, poke fun like that, but yeah. In that case, in her case, man, if you got the KKK on speed dial, you're fair game.
Normally, you don't poke fun at that, huh? Okay.
No, I don't make fun of it.
No, you don't
unless the person has crossed a line. You know what I mean?
She's put herself on video. Yeah,
and she's got Klansmen on speed dial. Yeah,
that's right. Klansmen on speed dial.
Really running a fucking leaf blower out here right now. I hope you guys can't hear that, motherfucker. Danny, thank you for the 20 memberships. Appreciate that. Yeah, Tuttle. And by the way, the reason we bring Tuttle up is because he's been on panel with Wrangler. He's a big fan of Wrangler. Yeah, I think if Tuttle declared himself a fan of mine, I would be very. I'd make a very different kind of video response about that. But he's a crazy person. He's a real interesting fella. As my dad used to say. Wait a second here. I'm gonna catch this from Vicky. It's Anzac Day today here in Australia, a day we honor our vets and the fallen, lest we forget. Well, good to know. That's awesome. Speaking of Australia, Frauditor Watch, are you? Did you want the link? Let us know. I mean, I'm happy to talk to you. I'm happy to KFAR if you're listening. Come on up, dude. I'm not afraid to have you guys up here and talk about this. Any Wrangler supporter ever, you want to talk about it. Oh, Joey's saying he pushed out. Not surprising. Yeah, I was kind of shocked he wanted to even come up and talk about this because, like, there's nothing to talk about, man. Supporting him, I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm putting you in a certain box if you've heard all this stuff and you're still choosing to support that guy. Because I don't really want anything to do with you.
Yeah, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Yeah,
it's crazy. It's craziness. Did you guys all watch Troll's video? Do we want to watch it here? Kind of on the fence about it. It's good, but again, I do want people to watch it over there and give him the views. But information-wise, it's nothing we don't know. Did a good job with it, but and again, good for him for keeping on it because I was kind of worried the first live stream, and that's why I made sure to get up on it because he said he said in the community post, this is the only time I'm ever going to talk about this. And then we're moving on. And it's like, okay, well, better fire all the guns at once then. And so, but to his credit, man, he's a man with a conscience.
Well, he recognizes he has a reach that a lot of us don't have.
Right. And also he realizes his responsibility,
a little bit
in it. Yeah. I mean, if you're talking about Kaiser, like, yeah, I mean, because they're, I just remember going on his early live streams and stuff, and there was a couple vet types, and there was discussion about, weapons and guns and shit, and like, I don't really know any of that stuff. It's totally different end of the service. So to me, it could have been legit, and I really wouldn't have known, So anybody that got fooled by him, don't feel bad.
Don't at all. Remember now, the reason Kaiser showed up in the first place was to reveal Georgia Transparency, Russell Pickron.
Yes.
And when he showed up to do that, I had already looked into Russell Pickron personal life. I had no access to his military stuff. I didn't even there was no smell coming from that direction for me because I'm not a military person. But I could see the guy was a dirtbag as a human being because of just the crap he was pulling. And I looked up his, previous marriage, his divorce, his job. He was a private investigator, and I had all that stuff accumulated. And then all of a sudden, here come the Almighty, the knower of all, that had all this information. And man, for Russell to come out and say, to stand up for himself and defend himself as far as military goes, I couldn't tell. Now, I asked retired Master Sergeant once over on his channel, I posed a question that had to do with recognizing. He can look at somebody the way they're dressed and go, that's bullshit. That ribbon's not in the right place. That doesn't go with that. That shouldn't be there. I can't do that. I wish I could. And that's right, Master Sergeant, right? I mean, you can look at the way somebody's dressed, and if they've got the wrong stuff in the wrong place, it's obvious, right? Still with us?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. You can recognize it.
The big ones stand out.
Right.
But
I can't tell if, you know, one thing or another. But my point being is, he was there to reveal all this about Russell vehemently, and started talking about his tours and stuff, and it all made sense. I mean, what he was saying to me made sense. Then it became kind of a pissing war. You know, Kaiser started making up his stories, which were much better than pick run, but that stunk so bad. I don't know the military that well, but it stunk that bad to me. So they're on a live stream one night, and I have at that particular time I owned an establishment here, and it was an adult beverage establishment, and they used to watch Brother Troll's live streams. That was one, whenever he had a live stream, they would bring it up on the TV. They were all getting excited. They were getting into him. I mean, they were just getting into him. And so he's live streaming. I get a phone call from the manager of the bar and said, what was that all about? And I was driving, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Said that FT got up and left the live stream. And as soon as he did, Kaiser started talking about, let's see if I can say this in a way that I won't offend anybody, jizzing in somebody's face, or it was really gross. I mean, it was just and Josh was always real strict on his live streams about keeping things clean so that he could monetize his videos. And right, I mean, that's his program. That's what he does. And that totally would have blown it. And the girls say, I mean, these girls in the bar were totally offended. These are girls that are bartenders. They hear it all. I mean, you don't gross them out very much. And that was it for me. That was the last time I ever went to the channel. I just never went back after that, because I just couldn't see supporting this guy anymore. He had taken it too far. Sorry, I don't know how I got off on that. It's all coming back to
no, hey, it's stuff. This motherfucker is actually trimming the fucking hedge right outside my fucking window right now. So I'm trying to keep my mic off. But I do want to say, Ron,
you're getting a haircut. Come on.
Yeah.
Mess up.
Yeah, right. So
Kaiser.
Ron Gross. How about Kaiser? What he said referring to Schrodinger's cat. Yeah.
That's absolute bullcrap.
If you don't know, I came into this whole community situation, whatever you want to call it, I remember one of the very first live streams I was on, his wife came in to the chat or something, telling him everybody passed on, so it was pretty wow. It's very sudden. And I watched his videos for a couple months probably, and liked him, never really had any interaction with him. But just as a general impression, I'm going to say
no way.
Think
no
he
way.
would
no way.
Ever,
look, he was a contractor at the time. I mean, he still did active contract work for the government. So come on. I mean, that guy wouldn't support Wrangler, no way, shape, or form. And and everybody knows just how straightforward and honest Cliff was. I mean, he would tell.
He was a retired Navy chief, correct?
That's correct.
And I don't know about the rank, but yeah, he was,
and very proud, very, very proud of his service, and he was still active. I went to his live streams. I watched him. That's how I found out about several people, several channels, and kind of spawned off from there. Frauder Troll started popping up right around the first of the year. I supported him. I liked what he was doing. Was Skeptic. That's how I kind of found Skeptic, was through Schrodinger's cat. Even though I had seen Skeptic over in the flat earth community a little bit. But no.
Schrodinger was doing flat earth stuff too, right? A little bit. Am I wrong?
No,
I think
that's where I followed. That's where I followed him over from.
Yeah,
I found him in the flat earth community at the time. At the time, the flat earth community was one of the few YouTube genres where you had them this theory against that theory, and it was constant, and it was so nonsensical that how could you be on the other side? In my opinion, how, just like this community, how can you be on the frauditor side of this? It's so nonsensical. That's why I like about this genre, is because in YouTube, people make videos, they have their podcasts, they have their interest or whatever it be. But when you have that us against them kind of entertainment going on, there's very few. And this is one of them. This is probably, in my opinion, one of the biggest ones outside of, well, Flat Earth slowed way down. It doesn't have near the following it had, say, 8-10 years ago. 8-10 years ago was huge.
What were you saying, Master Sergeant?
I forgot where the fuck I was going.
Oh, okay, no problem.
It's
I don't think it was
donut syndrome.
I think it was just to interject something, but
about SC. Yeah, yeah. The general consensus, I think everybody loved him. He was big channel.
Absolutely.
Well, I have absolutely nothing to do with one side of the community or the other.
That's correct.
When I got involved with this, and I had watched Schrodinger's Cat quite a few times, and I had actually emailed back and forth with him a couple of times. As a matter of fact, I sent him a video of old Sparky going off, because that's what he used to call the
Mr. Sparky.
Tasers. Mr. Sparky.
Yep.
So I was bored one night on duty, and I just held it up and videotaped it and did a battery test, and I sent it to him. But
good guy.
So I had a little bit of email back and forth, and I was totally shocked when I found out that he had passed away. He had gone down to, I guess, Texas to do some work.
I think he was either in, I think he was in Mississippi or
Mississippi, whatever.
Yeah, or Louisiana. Yeah, and I think, and now don't quote me on this, and Mrs. SC can confirm it, but I do believe it was contract work. I believe he was actively doing contract, something to do with, it may not have been contractor stuff, but something to do with, associated with his career, his knowledge. I don't know how all that works. I know that private contractors do lots of different things,
Well, he was a sub guy, if I recall.
Talked about it a lot.
Yeah, I think he was on the nukes. So, because we had some chat about Groton down in Connecticut.
Gia, thanks for the $9.99. What's let's Illuminatis?
Illuminati?
Is that you're gonna have to clarify that for me.
It's a faction of a group are
you talking about the Illuminati?
Yeah, the Illuminati.
No. This says Illuminatis.
I did. I wasn't. I don't have my glasses on, so I wasn't reading. So it's a pun.
Can you tell me more about that? Because if it's a joke, I'm missing it. If it's an Italian restaurant, tell me where it is. Yeah, I get that, Sarge. I'm just
dirty hippie. Yeah, Illuminati equals.
Maybe I'm just a fucking idiot. That's also a very strong possibility. Never forget that. Welcome to all the new members, by the way, Mechanics and everybody else that popped up on the screen there. Go Touch Grass is one of them. Schrodinger's Cat. Yeah, so that the point of that's a scumbag move, dude.
Yeah,
really? Yeah, you really gonna do that? I mean, fuck off. That is just gross. It's really gross. But like I said, if you don't by this point see just I mean, none of us are, nobody's, that's why the whole idea of the community here, I kind of wrote that off in the first wave of this Kaiser stuff.
See, I think Wrangler predicates that upon the fact that Mrs. SC had gone to his channel. I didn't see it personally, but I'd heard that she had been over there some and was supporting him before she found out all this other information. And so just like him saying that, you know, he always thought that he and I didn't have any problem. We were buds. Well, I don't call him up. You know, I mean, I have my say on it. I don't know why he thinks that I'm tight with him. Or he thinks in his mind that I would support him, because I've made it pretty clear that that's not the case. So I don't know. He's delusional. I don't know. But to say something like that about, I guarantee you, Mrs. SC would, if she was to be asked that question, what she believes, knowing Cliff better than any of us, I would almost have to say, honestly, she'd say, I don't think that he would take that stance at all.
Yeah. I don't even want to, like, I don't want to even drag her into this.
No,
shit, man. You know,
she doesn't want to be in it. I promise you.
She shouldn't be in it. Yeah. Conspiracy, thanks for the 10 memberships. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, like I said, any Kaiser supporters, you ever want to come up here and explain yourself to
I don't know where he
class?
went. He was in here a while ago, but Linda was having a little back and forth with him. Tondo, I don't know where Tondo went. He was there. Maybe he'd like to come up.
Back and forth with who? Who was there?
Back and forth. Oh, Frauditor Watch, I think it is, right? He's Australian. Like he came in. What happened was he came into one of my Chile videos, and he's still supporting Kaiser, and he had said something before about, like, you know, he's a fence rider like KFAR, you know, or Will, one of those guys, you know, doesn't seem to bother him. So he came in on one of my Chile videos and left a comment that said, you know, go, you know, something anti-Chile. And I said, sure, you'll believe me when it's Chile, but when it's Wrangler, you know, suddenly that you don't trust me, you know. So he left another comment saying, well, I like both of you, but blah blah blah. I'm just interested in something along the lines of, I'm just interested in promoting my channel, so I'll go on whomever's live stream. So my question for him, and if you're still listening, Frauder Watch still is, like, then where's your line of demarcation? You know, what is, I mean, are you going to go on a kitty pervs fucking show?
And like I said earlier, there's a term for that on the internet. When you go promoting yourself any place, you know.
Well, I mean, there's a term for it. I mean, there's several colorful fucking phrases you could use to describe that shit. I mean, gross comes to mind first. The
channel whore.
I mean, yeah, let's let the chat put up some suggestions on what to call that. Because
that's right, Danny. Justice for the Cameron.
It's almost doesn't even require comment. You know, I mean, just like, what's wrong with you is another question I have.
So let's watch a video then.
Do we? Which video are we watching?
I don't know. Let's watch something. What do you want to watch?
I don't know. I was having fun just talking with everybody.
Oh, okay. But, there you go.
What time does Kaiser's like? Oh man,
it's like 7
o'clock. I do want to. I so badly want to stream snipe him, because I know he's going to be. His show is just going to be constant. Spinning.
Well, take a break. We can come back on 15 minutes.
No, you know what? I don't want to go forever tonight, and I think, hey, Hippie, you guys are probably covering it tomorrow. It's gonna keep overnight, you know what I mean? And I don't want to. Honestly, the guy makes me so fucking sick. I don't know how long I can stand watching it without hearing Josh giggling like an asshole. Know what I mean? By the way, I'm talking about Stone Vat. If you guys don't go over there, it's not going to be for everybody. But if it is for you, man, are you in luck? Because it's fun, man. You just gotta, you gotta kind of get it. It's a lot of kind of military style, just ball busting and stuff. Goofy, somewhat juvenile humor, but that's I'm on board with that. It's fun, and plus, they're providing public service because they're keeping tabs on Kaiser. You know, look, Kaiser, his goose is cooked at this point. I mean, none of this is all just kind of. I'm just kind of watching it play out in a sense now. I'm pretty convinced he's going back to prison for something. You know what I mean? Yeah, Angels, he's great. Stone Vet, I can't say enough about him and Hippie. They're good dudes. Although he is a wanted felon, right? According to Wrangler and JJ. Oh, by the way, Finkel. If you're not subscribed to Old Sarge, Finkel too. I don't know if Linda's still here, but if you can put Finkel in his channel in the chat too. He trolled the fuck out of Wrangler and JJ. It was great. If you have not kept up with that, essentially, Finkel.
That document that they showed.
Yes.
Kaiser kept calling it charging documents, and JJ corrected him and said it wasn't. That was what did he call it? A complaint. It is what it is. It's a notarized letter with a complaint, him complaining about Finkel, and then adding some miscellaneous charges at the bottom that he thinks what Finkel did fit, which there were none of the elements of any of those charges were in anything that he wrote. It was basically just, if you read the whole thing, he was just whining.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh, weird. Said my mic was unplugged or something. Okay. Yeah, and by the way, it's coming from a cop. And to Master Sergeant, you listen. And also, Old Sergeant. What was it? He was trying to get RICO charges.
It was something about organized crime or some shit. I mean, just ridiculous stuff. And in all of it, and when you read those statutes, you look them up and you read them, and you're like, so where is that in this 2 paragraphs that you wrote? I don't see the corroboration in any of it. So I guess what happens is, here's another thing, and I don't know how this goes. I don't know whether those are misdemeanor charges or felony charges. Usually what happens when you go in to try and report or file a complaint on felony charges, they tell you to go back to the police department and have them investigate it. So I don't know. And it's just weird.
Yeah. So because
but somehow or another, he's ingrained in the in law enforcement there because he is the county jailer, and he can't actually bring charges, so he's got to write a notarized letter and give it to the prosecutor. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty clear JJ's he's an idiot, first of all. And like I was saying, since Kaiser just can't help but like wrap himself in a fucking box with a bow on it and deliver himself, I'm thinking of trying to, I would really like to delve more into the Meade County politics side of this whole thing, because it's pretty amazing. I mean, you have some thoughts on that, MSG, about the ethics violations that this guy is committing.
It just, I don't know. Conduct unbecoming a public official comes to mind when you're associating and talking about active criminal cases on a YouTube channel with a known and convicted felon who is still pending felonies as well as other charges. And this is who you are associating with, talking about open cases in your jurisdiction in which you are a part of. Yeah, that kind of screams ethic violation to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I have ethical behavior and ingrained in me, I guess.
Yeah. We look, you and I think we looked up the regs for Kentucky and found a couple things that he's directly violating in the rule book of the Meade County Jail, and then more broader, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, they were Kentucky state regs, essentially. Yeah, RICO lawsuit, Stefan. You can believe that. But the very real problem is that, I mean, because people have been reached out to, just so people, the Meade County city attorney, or whatever they call the county attorney, Wimpy, Sheriff Wimpy, the local news outlet there, TV outlet, the head of the jails, the head of the Jailers Association. People have been contacted about this guy, and it's just county politics, I think. And they're insulated down there. I lived in an area where, it was a good old boy network. It's good luck, motherfucker, is basically what that is. Until it gets some sort of broader media attention, nothing would happen with it. And who knows? I mean, it's pretty, but the core of it, as Master Sergeant was saying, is it's just fucking unseemly at a glance, If you're an elected public official, why are you going on a guy who you've been informed of his past? I mean, it's troublesome. I'm thinking if I'm in any kind of political job, I'm probably going to want to steer clear of, I'm probably going to want to be extra careful of doing anything like that, right? It's, especially going on night after night with a guy with open fucking felonies. And as far as the murder charges, I mean, yeah, a lot of people have said, innocent until proven guilty, so on and so forth. I think you have to be pretty fucking far gone not to look at the whole picture and not draw the conclusion that he absolutely killed Donald Cameron Jr. And yeah, sue me for that. Go ahead. So I don't know, man. Idiots. Mode was saying he was stationed at Fort Knox in the 80s, grew up in Kentucky. Yeah, it's you know how it is. It's kind of hard to really explain it unless you kind of seen it in action.
Well,
yeah.
He's right. Fort Knox is right there. As a matter of fact, a lot of Fort Knox is in Meade County.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Who knows? Yeah, who knows what kind of wheeling and dealing goes on, man. Who knows? I know, Sarge, I got you, buddy, but I wanted to give you a shout out because that was an epic trolling. As I'm not the first person to mention that to you either. It was a great job with that. It was very, very funny watching them spin out because of that, and good timing with it too, man. Because right before a trolls thing, he's in extra spin mode. So you're doing God's work, buddy. And like I said, SV and Hippie keeping on him. And by the way, when I said juvenile humor, make no mistake, I'm over there contributing to that shit. So that wasn't a slam. Texas Mad Dog, Meade County is where the toothbrush was invented. Notice it's not called a teeth brush. Yeah, right. Is that true?
They get a full set of teeth when they have a family reunion.
There you go. Yeah. Yep. There's a ton of, I mean, I actually encountered some real true life inbred people, and it was pretty terrifying. Like, you'd sit there and look at them, man, and you could tell the lights were on, but nobody was home. Thanks, Texas Mad Dog. I appreciate it. And Rick is proud Army vet. who served as 13 Bravo, huh? Yeah, Kaiser couldn't. Of course not, man. He washed out twice because he's a weak ass. And I wish Shiz were still here because she's the one that really has some of this good stuff about him, like the bee sting. Because you got to understand, Shiz has shit on this guy she hasn't even told us about, man. She's pretty unimpeachable, oh shit, I missed you, Draco. Sorry about that, buddy. For $2, missed all the good bad stuff, not getting notices. Sorry, man. Yeah, this was kind of last minute. So, and again, I want to thank Master Sergeant Ram and Shiz for jumping up here short notice. I wasn't quite sure what the game plan with Trolls video was. And again, if you haven't watched that, I'm sure Linda will throw that in the chat again. Make sure you watch it because the goal of this is to spread this story outward now, because we, like I said, we all know this stuff, and that's all well and good. And like I said, I think the Kaiser problem will take care of itself in the end. It's fun watching it play out, and it's fun putting pressure on him, like Stone Vet and Finkel have. But I appreciate everything everybody's done in regards to this, because it needs to be heard.
Yep. Everybody's keeping it in the forefront, and I think it's going to get quite a bit more exposure on Josh Prime with over 100,000 subscribers. I'm sure it's going to get a lot more publicity now. But I mean, what's it going to do? Is it going to drive some of the sheeple to him, or?
Yeah, that's a good point. I never thought about that.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like I said, long term, I truly believe he's going back to prison. So I'm not like, you know what I mean? Or, I mean, he's so dumb. He's like I said, man, he's just fucking hand-delivering himself. It's crazy. But that's what happens when you start lying and like expose yourself, and then more people see the lie, and then I mean, that's pretty dumb for somebody to do that. Mode saying his last video, he dared him to come forward and admit his lies. Yeah, not going to happen. I mean, he's so dumb. He might inadvertently do it. You know what I mean?
Hey, MSG, I have a question for you. Are you familiar with a magazine called Leatherneck?
I've heard of it. I'm not familiar with it.
Marine publication. Okay, I was just curious. I just came across it last week for the first time. It's really good magazine.
Well, he was in the Army, so.
Well, I know that
you don't want to read that jargon.
And I'm not even military, and it interests me. What the hell's that got to do with anything?
I'm just kidding, dude.
I mean, I found it interesting.
Yeah.
It's all. I mean, do they stay between the lines with the crayons or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. It's a lot of different. It covers a lot of different things, but there was some good nom stories in there, and just veterans in general.
Yeah, it's gay porn for Stone Vet. Absolutely, Sarge. And then Texas Med. We did that one. That's. But thanks again. Falcax for $5. Remember when I made him see a ghost live? That was very telling as well. No, I don't remember that, pal. You want to? I mean, if you want to come up, I can put the link there.
I'm going to bounce out, guys.
Yeah, okay. Hey,
thanks for having me up. I appreciate it,
dude. I can't thank you enough, MSG, for everything and for being here.
Everybody go to his channel. There's a ton of entertainment in his library. He's got some good stuff.
Man. You should watch this.
Hopefully there'll be some good racing videos on my other channel.
That included.
Yeah. Maybe Linda can pop that one in the chat. You'll see just how a old fat donut eating guy.
Yep, old fat donut eating. Forgot the phonetic alphabet.
Right. Oh, that was what I was gonna do a phonetic alphabet quiz.
We'll do it. Let's do this. One of my favorite things in the world. Sobriety test. Can you do it backwards? No. I love those sobriety tests where they tell them to do the alphabet.
That's not
backwards.
even one of the. That's not even part of the sobriety test we use.
Oh, so they actually have one they run?
Oh yeah, we've got a set thing. We do the nystagmus on your eyes,
right,
and then the 9-step turn.
9-step turn, 1 foot balance.
Yeah, and what the hell's the other one? I go right off the card.
Oh, well, the other one would be one of them's touch your nose with your head tilted back, eyes closed.
We don't use that one anymore either.
As far as that stuff goes, I know they use it to prove cases in court, but I hate that. I just hate it. Look, you either are or you aren't. You're going to blow. You're not going to blow. It's all.
Oh, the other one's the one-legged stand. You hold 1 foot out,
right,
pointed down, 6 inches up, and start counting.
Yeah, they don't use any of it, or they do.
No, those are the ones we use.
Use in the military police.
Yeah, it's all standardized, and it's changed over the years.
Right.
It's changed over the years. It's pretty much standardized now. Probably, well, it's standardized in Massachusetts. Like I said, everybody's got a card, and you read the instructions right off the card. That way, they can't bang you up in court over it.
Something's playing.
Is something playing?
I heard something.
No, I haven't. I'm actually looking for a.
Okay. No, I was joking with you, Master Sergeant, about doing the phonetic alphabet backwards or starting at Z and going to E. A joke.
Whoops, shit.
There is something playing.
Yeah. No, now there is.
Yep, where the truth goes, the die. And on that note, guys, have a great night. I'm going to bounce.
Good night,
Thanks,
buddy.
MSG.
Thank you.
Take care. Yeah, sorry about that. When I add a video like that right there, it just automatically plays. It's kind of annoying. But that, if you guys didn't know, I created Wrangler's original intro, and since he's still using it, I updated it for him for more accurate. Yeah, so feel free to use that one, Wrangler. You can use that, buddy, no problem. Or let's see, I did a couple other ones. Oh yeah, here we go. Same one that we did before, but changed it a little. There we go. That works too, right? Lying scumbag. Yeah, let me take this off here. Rick Middleton for $5. Dickbag and Chemistry from One Vet. Oh shit, man. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read that before MSG left, but I'm sure he saw it there. Thanks for your service and for shining a light on this waste of DNA. Yeah, well, like I said, I'm glad MSG is here because he was one of the prime movers in this. I've been involved in it from the very beginning, but I didn't do any of the heavy digging like Shiz has done or MSG. But I was on that panel with the fucking guy on Troll's panel. I asked him direct questions. He gave me nonsense bullshit answers. I've been following this thing
since the beginning, and we have a lot of information that we never went live with because we left it to those that have made it.
Yeah, and like I said, Shiz has got. Here's another quick one. Let's see.
Yeah, Shiz has put the work in.
There you go, trout-shouldered bird bone bitch. That's a good one. That was for SV. He came up with the trout shoulders in the bird bone. I like that one. That's another one I can let you have, Kaiser. Use that one. Might have one or two more. But yeah, been there since the beginning. And I think I distracted myself. Hold on a second. Ah, shit. Fucking this up. Let's see what this one is. Ah, Tiny Dick Felon. Yeah, that's a good one, too. That's why I was hoping Shiz could give us the full poop on that. Documented Tiny Dick. Hey, you're welcome.
Easy.
Yeah. No, I don't mind. I don't mind saying that.
I know, because if she's listening, she'll come on.
No, anytime. Yeah. She's got open door policy here on the Dickbag Network. Well, guys, I'm running a little out of steam here. I haven't been feeling too great the last week. I wonder if I had the same thing SV had. Don't know. You're muted, Ram. Did you?
I'm not talking. I'm not talking.
Well, start talking, bitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were telling the story. I'm sorry. I was yielding.
No, I think I was gonna say something and I distracted myself. Can't do two things at once with the video. Murder case was dismissed without prejudice because of a clerical error. Without prejudice means the state can.
Yep.
Yes, that's right.
That's correct.
Absolutely. Yeah, and if you guys in the chat, if you have anything else, you think I'm missing in this wrap up. Oh yeah, the intro. That was the point of that. Yeah, I made him his fucking intro, and he's still using it. And Wrangler wrestles with the truth and loses at the 127 mark. Is this where is this foul? Is he live right now? Is he?
No, I heard it wasn't a minute ago when I looked.
But let me know where you're referring to with that foul, because I ain't sure, buddy. Is he?
I'm looking.
Oh no,
he's not.
Soon. Actually, he's going live in about half an hour. But honestly, I'm gonna leave the coverage of that to SV and Hippie, because honestly, I might watch it. I don't know. Stay tuned. If I really feel compelled, maybe we will go live, but I doubt it. I mean, it's just, I feel like I've talked about that fucking guy enough right now, and it does make me angry, and that's the point. Why aren't certain people like, I get that comment a lot, surprising amount. That says, why are you guys still, I mean, really? Why are we still interested in it? I mean, okay, you could still be interested in, I mean, you'll follow Chile.
Why are there people interested in Trump?
Well,
yeah, that's no different. I mean,
why are they interested in? Yeah, well, I don't know. Is it that? I mean, if it's drama they want, it doesn't get any better than this, And I also wanted to point out,
Falcax, you can put the link in the chat.
I don't think he can, because he's not a wrench. Shit.
You still drop it there.
I don't think you can if you're not a wrench.
But
yeah,
you can turn that off.
Wait a second. Rick saying he has emails from that scumbag where he told me he was an E6 at Bragg during 9/11. Yeah, I mean, everything he says is bullshit. And it's an amazing amount of bullshit too, really.
Yeah, the whole purpose of Prod or Troll doing that tonight or today was to reach out further, because it seems like this information is within the scope of this community, or whatever you call it, genre. And with since his has got into Facebook and Twitter, and his stuff's reaching out, is to get more people to have more knowledge about this for a reason, because there's almost more people supporting him there is against him. We just can't show it because we can't take money away from him. Now, if we could go in there every time he got a super chat and we reverse it and donate it to a charity, yeah, we might be even with them. I wish we could. That'd be a great move.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. I mean, that's the whole reason everybody is it's just it's outreach. It's trying to get it out there more. So many of us know so much on this, and there's other people. I guarantee if you walk up to 10 people in the street and bring this up, all 10 of them are going to look at you like you're crazy. Who are you talking about? And that's the whole purpose of FT doing what he's doing, what we're doing. We continue to talk about it. People go, why do you keep talking about it? Well, we keep talking about it because it is what it is, and it shouldn't be. And YouTube's not going to do anything about it. So.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, first of all, I'm going to put this link here from Falcax. So apparently at 1:27, he loses his shit on that. I'll have to check that out. I also got an email.
Which one? Which video?
Oh, there are channel. This is an email I just got from Frauditor Watch. Well, where'd you go, buddy?
Because it's relevant.
Obviously, there are. Hey, DP. Obviously, there are channel that I won't go on to. So yes, I do have standards. Essentially, I've stayed out of the politics. I mainly watch any of the anti-frauder channels, yours, Rams, Wranglers, K-Fars, Trolls, and many more. If I also watch other frauder channels as well. Do not associate me with any Chomo kitty fit. Oh, you're trying to make it seem like I said that you're no. I asked you what your line of demarcation was. So I guess so that's your line of demarcation. You're okay going on with a fucking 10-time felon shooting himself in the arm, 2-time washing out a military veteran killing asshole, though. That's okay. It doesn't. I mean, if you're okay with that, I still don't want anything to do with you. You know what I mean? So that's the conversation. I mean, I don't know why you would want to come up here and just debate me on this, because it's really not going to go good for you. I mean, the fact that you could, I offered to drop you a link right here and now, and you skedaddled, then emailed me. I mean, whatever, man. I mean, if that's your standards, fine. I'm not going to try.
Maybe he's really K-Far.
I just, now everybody here knows what you are and what you stand for, and that's fine. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not. Quote Chile, I am not your daddy.
I'm still trying to look back. Where does the Chomo part come from? I'm trying to figure this out. I don't.
Because I said, what's his line of demarcation for going?
Yeah, but what's that have to do? Where did you say Chomo?
I said, because I said, will you go on a kitty diddler channel? Is that your line? Where's your line in the sand? Oh, well, come on up, buddy. I'll drop you the link.
I got you. Miss that. All right.
Here, I'm going to drop the link for you, Roger, to watch. I mean, because I really am puzzled as soon as I fucking find it.
Come pen pals with Earl.
Earl. Oh, yeah. Well, Earl Warden. Sure. Fuck yeah.
He probably needs a pen pal.
Here, I'm going to drop you the link there, buddy. Well, we thought you left, man, because we were talking to you, and we got no response. So I don't know why you didn't just come on up. So we'll wait for that. Other than that,
Smart. You're
right. Do you have a short video or anything you can pop on real quick, Ram?
Yeah.
I gotta, if we're gonna stay on and wait for him, I gotta
right. And
use the turlet.
Let me see if I can find some subject matter that might be relevant.
Good plan.
Good plan.
Behind that.
Yeah, good one. Good. All right.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, is this? Because right now, I have you in the same bag as Will And Cave, oh, here he is. Here we go.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get back over to that browser.
Well, no. Can you hang out just for a second? Because I really got to piss. So hang on, guys. You got it. You got a video or something, Ram?
Go pee.
Tell the nice folks a joke. I'll be right back, buddy. I'll add you.
So I'm moving to the desert, and
hey, motherfucker, that's my joke.
Yeah, well, it's the only one I know right now.
Actually, that if that's a Super Dave Osborne joke, by the way. Credit where credit's due.
So yeah, so I moved.
I don't know who Super Dave Osborne is. I don't know if we can be friends either.
Well, you're on a tear. Rare dick bag is on a roll. It's just good to, he's been feeling crappy, so it's good to hear him kind of get energized. We don't want to watch anything. Everything's too damn long. I guess I'll go find a short. Let's see. Are you helping me out, Linda? Let's see. Chili diarrhea. Let's do by the time I find it, he'll be back. Oh, yeah, his people hated this one. Got a lot of his folks didn't like this one at all. It's fun to get the Chile people into the comments and see how they support his ass. It cracks me up. Video details. Let's see. Window channel. Where is it? Hello. 1 to 0. 2. Huh. Well, maybe. There we go. I can't. I don't know if I don't think I can put it up there. He doesn't have it set up to where I can. He has to start it, I think. Yep.
No, we'll go ahead and just bring Frauder Watch up.
Yeah, no, I can't start video anyway. I can
What's
start
up,
it.
man?
Morning, DP. Morning, Ram. How are you?
Hey, what's going on?
You? Yeah, I want to be clear. First off, I did not call you a chomo. I just said, "What's your line of sin?" Using that as an example of something that's, really, really bad.
Saying that I go up on a Key Fiddlers channel,
I was not saying you were.
Right, that's how I interpret it.
No.
That's how I interpret it.
I said, "What's your line?" Well, I can't help that.
What is your line of demarcation?
Never really thought about it, Ram. As I said.
Well, let's talk about. I mean, let's talk about it. Maybe we can get this all where everybody's on the same page. That's the most fair thing. So you never thought about what your line of demarcation is. So what you're saying is you will go to anybody's channel anytime if they'll have you to promote your channel.
Well, I mean, if I get exposure, then I'm not going to complain about it. I mean, I've come up on DP. I've come up on DP's channel.
Do you make videos? Do you make videos?
Yeah, I make videos.
Okay. And so I started making videos just about a year ago. And I've never gone to anybody's channel and promoted mine. And you know why? If it can't make it on its own, then it doesn't deserve to be there. All I'm saying is if you're willing to go on a diddler's channel, a criminal's channel, Donald Trump's channel, whatever it be, if you're willing to do that just to get exposure and grow your channel, I think you're in it for the wrong reason. I think you're in it to grow your channel and you're just trying to do what the frauders do, try to get as many views as possible, as many subs as possible, as fast as you can do it so that you can get that little paycheck. We didn't get in it. We didn't monetize. The only reason we monetized is because in order to do certain things on YouTube to get to certain landmarks, you have to monetize. You have to grow. They want you to grow with them. But yet we get most of my live streams are all privatized because if I made them public, they'd be taken down. At least we can watch them, But I'm just saying it really kind of sucks that you're willing to say that you don't have a line of demarcation. You really should think about that.
Well, he said he hadn't thought about it.
Right. I just said he really should think about it.
Yeah. Counterpoint.
Sort of throw me. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, I'm not being mean. I'm just being straight up and fair. I'm asking a direct, specific question.
I mean, obviously there are channels that I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot barge pole.
Okay, and those would be?
Well, you and DP have said it, the kitty fiddler type channels.
Okay. Do you watch the anti-kitty diddler channels? Like what's his name in Denver, and the different guys that actually dedicate their channels to going after them?
No, I didn't even realize that.
There's a whole community out there. They're just like anti-frauditors. They're anti-diddler channels. These guys go out and they film it, and some of them do it for the right reason, and some of them do it for the wrong reason. There's some channels out there that all they do, what their main concern is growing their channel. There's nothing wrong with growing your channel, but you need to do it organically. When you want to grow your channel, if you want to have a channel that's going to be around for a while, and I'm not saying I know all the answers, because I do a shitty job on my channel. I'm sloppy. I don't edit things down. It's raw. If I wanted to grow my channel, I'd be more like Frauditor Troll, and I would spend time editing and cleaning up and going in and getting AI professional speakers and all that kind of whatever it be. I'd polish it. Well, I don't polish anything. And at my age, I mean, I don't polish anything.
Well, I
actually quite like your channel, Ram. So,
all right, go ahead.
Well, people like Ram, and Ram has a good viewpoint. He doesn't need all the editing and stuff to do what he's out to do here. What I thought I was getting involved in when I started this community was, trying. Well, my main reason for coming in was Chile, and I don't want to get into all that, but essentially I tried to sort of get people to band together a little bit when I first came in here. And I realized that was a waste of fucking time, because pretty much everybody has their own agendas. And it took me a while to settle in and really find the people who are, kind of real deal and could be depended on, and who actually use their brains, think about shit, so on and so forth, and who have at least some ethics bar, which is why it's troubling for me to hear you say the things you say, because it seems to me as if the things that bother me about Wrangler, the things that bother everybody in here about Wrangler, which are legitimate, real world, serious, horrible fucking things, it just you're just kind of like, yeah, whatever.
I mean, as I said, I've stayed right out of that. I think I sort of started with Wrangler towards the end of everything that came out. And I mean, I watch him because I do like his content.
What content? You talking
lying to your face 24 hours a day?
That's so absurd. I promise you, I wish I was I really do wish that I was an evangelist wherever you live, because I want to know your address, brother, because I've got a lot of shit that I can sell you. A lot of shit.
Yeah, what you're watching when you're watching a Wrangler stream is projection. It's nothing but projection.
All projection.
Why would you listen to the opinion of a man with his past and current record in life? You know what I mean?
What do you think about Chile's record that's been revealed when you see that he's since 1990 all the way up to current day has some type of a charge or a protection order or something against him almost every year since he's been 16 years old? That's pretty revolting, isn't it?
Some of them are. I mean, I've heard about his. I mean, I can't prove either way about his.
It's proved. You don't have to prove it. It's already been proven. You don't have to prove anything.
No, well, what I was trying to get at is his Power Ranger thing. I've heard the stories about it.
Of what?
But when he was, he was the Black Power. He was going to be. Well, from what I've heard, he was going to be a Black Power Ranger.
That's not criminal. I mean, it's absurd, but it's not criminal.
But he got kicked out because he was allegedly. Make that statement.
Well, let's try this. Let's try this. He was sitting on my balcony for about 20 minutes, and he threw his lighter at the window. My friends and my boyfriend were just frightened to hell. He climbed down off the balcony, went to the front door, beating on the front door, summoning my fiance out to beat his ass. Broke into my apartment, broke all my lamps, just tore my damn house up.
Choked me,
spit on me. Then another one similar to it that he went into, and I haven't even shown this. He went into a battle on one of the, not Facebook, the other one, Instagram or whatever, and back and forth. And I have copies of that chat, and it's revolting. Okay, forget the Black Power Ranger stuff. That was a fantasy of his. I'm talking criminal. I'm talking about things. How about manufacturing? How about manufacturing GHB
with intent to distribute?
With intent to distribute. How's that? Is that criminal enough?
Yeah, well, I know what I'd like to do with that one. I'd like to shove them down his throat.
Okay. All right. So that's Chile. Okay. So now let's back up. Now let's talk about Kaiser. Okay. You ready to talk about Kaiser?
Go on.
All right. And we're going to descend instead of ascend. We're going to descend. Breaks into his employer's business and steals what? Credit cards. Didn't he take the safe too?
Credit card. And
credit cards. Right. So ultimately ends up in the 5 felony. Well, no, were they all felony? Well, 5 charges against
5 felonies.
Okay. Then let's back up. Let's back up a little bit, and we'll go for the big one. We don't have to mess around with Kaiser. We just go straight for the big one. Actually had an indictment. An indictment. Do you know what an indictment is? This came from a grand jury too. It was a grand jury indictment. Well, you're Australian, so I don't know if you understand the severity of grand jury.
I have looked up what the grand juries do.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you kind of fear a grand jury like you do the IRS if you're American.
So, you fear any tax office, even we fear our tax office.
Absolutely, and it is threatening and it sucks. A man that's actually been charged, and when you look at the evidence, dude, come on. He has his PlayStation he plugs into his Wi-Fi, the weapons, the all the proof of them being hawked,
busted pawning weapons.
Got busted pawning weapons stolen out of the house of a man that got offed, that got taken out.
A book on homemade silencers, such as the one was used.
All the evidence was there. And so you have a technicality, and this is the problem. It's not even a problem. It's one of the speed bumps in American legal system. There are many speed bumps. There's gray area. There'll always be gray area, and that's what makes it work, because it's case law that wins cases, not statutes, not legislation. It's the case law. We're that far along. Everything has case law attached to it. So, and those charges can be refiled at any moment. It could happen now, it could happen a year from now, 2 years from now, whatever. And nobody knows.
Things are happening.
But the point being is we're talking about the same kind of moral compass here between Chile and Kaiser.
Yeah, dude.
This is personal moral compass.
Let me put it this way. I got involved with Chile finally as a creator. I decided to jump in because of his goddamn reckless driving shit. I mean, I have personal reasons for that because I was involved in an accident with fatalities, and I've seen the damage it does to families, and the legal shit that's involved with it, the lifelong psychological scarring from it. So believe it or not, I was trying to do Chile and everybody else out there a fucking favor by trying to shine a light on this shit. Since then,
had success. Honestly, listen, he had success. He did slow down on his driving and live streaming at the same time because he realized right, I could get in trouble for this. And he's made a couple little mistakes since then, but I want to back up just a little bit more so that everyone here understands what Dickbag just got through saying is that he had an experience as a young man that had to do with automobiles, and it's a trigger, and he's dead ass serious about it. Okay. It was traumatizing to him in his life. It's something he's had to deal with and still has to deal with. Nothing bad, nothing nefarious. I mean, we're not talking alcohol, anything like that, but he was in an automobile situation that's why he took this so serious with Chile. Now he's learned the kind of, And
I'm telling you, my point is, I'm telling you, this guy is way worse than Chile all day long, and that's not even taking into account all the other nasty shit that Chile's done.
Way worse than Chile. Way worse than Chile. Chile is a narcissistic sociopath, in my opinion. Okay,
and so is Wrangler.
Kaiser. Well, yeah, but Kaiser's worse.
Yeah, way worse, man. If you watch one of his
he is a psychopathic, almost schizophrenic type. Way worse. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Now, I'm not a doctor. I don't know. That's my opinion.
I mean, let him sue me for anything I say.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just my opinion because I don't want somebody to say, well,
yeah, well,
no, I did say it, but it's just my opinion.
Again, why is this guy's opinion worth anything?
Nothing
to worth anybody. If you watch one of his live streams and realize that everything he says is just a means to his own ends, bearing in mind his history, which I don't see at this point how anybody is unaware of it, except for that your minds are being clouded by something. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not out to change anybody's mind at this point. I mean, I just want you to let everybody know where you're standing with this stuff. You know what I mean? Because to me, if you're not smart enough to put together all this stuff and see that this guy, even if you don't choose to make videos about him and talk shit about him or whatever, if you can't see that he is not an individual that you do not want to associate with, then I don't want to associate with you, because that tells me something about your judgment, your ethics, something. I got better ways to waste my time.
And you don't even get the other 50%. I don't have room for it either. So you're SOL if you're going to come make comments and stuff and expect not to get a response.
Now so I mean, any thoughts on that, Frogger Watch?
I'm willing to look into it, and I will make my decisions from what I find out. I think I've still got you sent me a whole heap of
months ago, dude.
Yeah, and there's live streams. Go watch our live stream. Go watch Shiz's. Go watch all the evidence get played out. It's all been played out. It's all there.
Yes,
I have it. I can sit here and pull it up for you right now, but I don't want to.
And again, buddy,
if I do that, I'll lose my train of thought.
You can prove it right now to yourself. You can go right over into Wrangler's chat, because you're still on his good list, and start asking him shit. Just ask him about did he fail out of boot camp twice? You're gonna be gone so fast, it'll make your fucking head spin, buddy. So you don't have to believe anything. I mean,
yeah, we haven't even gotten into stolen valor. We haven't even gotten into stolen valor.
First of all, like, how long have you been here, man? Did you not hear everything that was said?
That's
are we going too fast for you or something? I mean, come on, man. This sounds like Kfar kicking the can down the road.
Every story he ever told about anything that had to do with the military, every story is false. I've never heard him say, I flunked out of boot camp once as a reserve boot camp or whatever the hell it was. I've never heard him say that, because that's his accomplishment in the military, period. So everything else is all bullshit. So we haven't even touched on stolen valor, and nothing more needs to be said. Everybody's heard every story out there, everything he said. We've made videos on it. We've made fun of it. We've, ridiculed it.
Go in his chat and put R.I.P. Donald Cameron. You'll be gone, and he'll never speak to you again, dude.
Rest in peace, my
he
brother.
Will never speak to you again. Falcax sent me this, so I'm gonna. This should be entertaining.
Good. Yes, I bet it is. Falcax on top of stuff. And there's somebody. There's a prime example.
Yeah.
Where are you, Falcax?
Yeah.
Here's a guy that'll tell you he's been there. He knows.
Yep. He said he can't come up.
Okay. But he knows, and I'm not saying anything that everybody. Yeah, there he is. He's here. We're talking to whatever this is.
Predator Watch.
Yeah, whatever it is down there in Australia. Kangaroo bunny or something.
Here we go.
Report to the IRS is unearned income. And the reason is because
as would you,
because that will be in a completely different taxable bracket. In other words, they're going to tax you at a much, much higher rate for unearned income than if it's earned taxable income. I.e., has any of you ever gotten
is he now? It looks like
Here comes.
Yeah, it looks like. Oh fuck, Falcax! Wow, nice.
Make that bigger.
Look at his face. Yeah. Look at his.
I can't. That's
shit.
That's Donald Cameron there. His picture just came up on the screen.
Dude, is this on right now?
No, this is he clipped it from somewhere.
Okay.
We'll figure all that later. But wow, buddy.
Wow. I wish I could see it better.
Look at that face. Oh. And scene.
Wow.
Wait, yeah, there it goes.
Cut. Wow. Man. Good job, Val.
Yep.
That was top level. Well, trying to get rid of this. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, what's to think about? I mean, I sent you everything you needed to know months ago. I mean, what's the holdup, buddy?
I'm kind of curious why. I guess I wasn't involved in the comments. He didn't come over and say shit like that. If he did, I didn't catch it. So I probably ought to go read that so I have a better understanding. Is this guy really worth it? DP?
Yeah, I'm just saying why. Yeah, just steer clear of him, man. I mean, is it worth taking a chance? I mean, look, the fact that he lied about stolen valor tells me something about his character right from the get-go. And then you start piling on shit like finding out that he shot himself. Well, the felonies.
And the thing that makes it bad, it's all schemed. It's all schemed. This isn't shit that just comes to his head. This is shit that he plans out. That's what makes him so fucking scary.
He has to.
He has to. And that's what makes him psycho.
Do you think he'll ever come on my channel, Fraud or
Fuck no.
I mean, I give you credit for coming up here.
I do. I didn't think he would. I really didn't. And I do give you credit for that. Matter of fact, I'm going to shut up and let him talk a little bit. Maybe he's got something to say.
Well, actually, DP, I did reply to you. I said, send me an email and I'll come up. But I said I was also at work, so I had to do a few things.
Well, the important thing is you came up, so there it is.
It is. But yeah, do some. If you really don't know that much, if you're either playing real dense or you are real dense, sorry, but how could you not have a knowledge of all of this to be attached to it? So maybe you have.
I mean, I've said I've stayed out of it. I have heard bits and pieces since I've
stayed out. What do you mean stayed? What does that mean? Stayed out of it. What does that mean? You stayed out of it? Meaning you don't have any comment. Your nads are a little on the short side or something, or
no. I just people will say to me, you know, or they'll make comments in my channel, on my videos, and I ignore what they. Well, I don't ignore.
But then you go to Dick Bags and then you criticize his.
No, I didn't criticize him.
No. He what happened was he made a comment about Chile on one of my Chile videos about what an idiot Chile is or something, and I said, well, seems to me like you're taking my opinion on Chile, but when it's Kaiser, I don't know what I'm talking about because you know he's still.
Wait, we're talking about that. That was like months ago, dude.
Well, I don't. What are you talking? What comments are you talking about?
Oh, I thought.
Look. It doesn't. It really doesn't. It really doesn't matter. We're here talking about it now. Yeah, I mean, it does seem that those are the only two options. Like, I mean, you're either willfully ignorant. I mean, I'm getting the KFAR vibe from you with like, yeah, you know, whatever. It's or Will. You know, I had a big long thing with Will. Sent him all the same videos I sent you, and you know he gave me just kind of a bunch of non-answers. And I'm being honest with you, that's the vibe I'm still kind of getting here. I mean, it seems kind of disingenuous to say that you know, or I mean, are you purposely staying out of it? You know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping, man. Like you're I don't know, man. I hope you're not just so
poor KFAR.
Or KFAR.
I'm sorry. I've been laughing about it since you said something earlier. I just can't get it out of my mind. He reminds me of the kid, like where there's a group of people and something happens and you have to run. And you turn around and he's sitting there going, maybe I'll hang out here. Something good might happen.
That's as apt a description as you're
likely
to find.
Yep.
Yeah,
anyway.
He's just KFAR is just middle of the. You know, he's a fence rider, man.
Yeah, he is. He's riding the fence.
And again,
he doesn't want to miss out on something in case everything is wrong.
See, this is what I don't understand with you, Frauder Watch. I don't know what, you know, whether you're just like just so wanting to promote your channel, you don't care, whether the shit with Kaiser really just doesn't kind of bother you that much. Because, like, if you're a creator in this community and something big like this is happening, I mean, you're probably aware of it on some level. I mean, and it seems like something that serious, especially a guy that you're still associating with, you'd want to look into it a little bit. So, which is what are we talking here?
I'll tell you what. I've got 13 hours at work today, so I'll spend some of that time going back through the notes that you sent me, and I will.
Yeah, it's essentially what we all set up here on panel. I mean, the story does not change. It doesn't get any better if you look at it from a different angle.
You can go to Dick Bag's channel or you can go to my channel, and you don't have to be an Einstein to find the live streams and the videos that have the evidence of everything we're talking about.
Well, for that matter, I made a condensed
and other
version.
people's.
I mean, go back and watch this live stream, as a matter of fact. But I made a kind of condensed version of the story from the start of it roughly to, a few months ago when I made it. But it hasn't improved since then, man. In fact, there's shit that I didn't know about in there, like such as him shooting himself in the fucking arm and blaming a black guy, filing a false police report about it. The cops found the earplugs that he used when he shot himself and blamed it on a black guy floating in the toilet. They found the shell casing in the closet.
All to impress his ex-wife to stay or something, so she would.
Yeah, because she had
she'd
called
be
and
in
said,
fear of black people.
You need to get the fuck out of the house by the time I get back, essentially. And so he, in a desperation, because he's a weak little piece of shit and always has been, he shot himself and blamed it on a black guy, filed a false police report, and there's an addendum to that police report, which is Kaiser's handwritten retraction of what he said. And in this version, he lies again because he says he was cleaning a weapon and it accidentally discharged. And if I remember correctly from Wally's live stream, he even lied about said it was a fucking Desert Eagle or something like that.
Lies always catch up to you just a lot faster in this environment.
Yeah, dude. But like I said, man, you don't have to believe a fucking word I say, man. You don't have to believe any of the shit I sent you. Just go over into Kaiser's chat right now and be like, hey, is it true that you flunked out of boot camp twice, Michael? Just asking.
Ask him about the RPG. How in the hell did he survive that RPG? How could you survive that, dude? Ask him to show you those 3 purple hearts. Oh, no, he already fessed up to that.
Yeah. Ask him how much or how long he was neighbors with Donald Cameron.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, so that's what it is. That's the situation. Like I said, you turn it over and inspect it from any side, and it's fucking ugly.
Tell him you got some 80 milligram OxyContins.
Oh yeah, tell him you hook him up. Maybe he might.
Tell him you hook him up.
Friends.
Tell him it's real loose in Australia.
But yeah, man. Like I said,
actually, it's one of the hardest things to get over here.
Well, I like I said, man. I'm not. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. It doesn't really affect me either way.
That's
but
right.
I do appreciate you coming up here and at least
he can give you legal advice because he graduated from the University of Texas Law School.
That's right. That's enough.
That's right. So you could have him as a buddy. That's a good buddy to have there, Aussie.
Yeah, and then just think about this. There's stuff that Shiz has she hasn't even put out everything about this guy, and there's there's probably other stuff we'll never even know about. I mean, the guy's a lifelong loser and a really bad person. I don't know what led him to that, and I don't,
Let's see. Y'all, mate, he's a bad bloke.
Oh God, that's the worst fucking Aussie.
Fuck?
That's the best I can do.
I'll agree with him there.
That's not even close to being an Australian accent.
I might. I don't know. I might. That's
all right. I will end the stream right here if you continue.
Okay. All right, we're done.
Yeah. I mean, but like I said, I just curious. Just in the interest of, for me, I make a decision on who to associate based on factors like that. So it's good to know who doesn't care about that, who it doesn't bother enough to say anything about it or to continue to support said person. It's good that everybody knows that, I mean, if you look at it and decide, I don't even like framing it in the sense of sides, you know what I mean? Because I don't believe in that. I believe in like independent thinking. I think if I say something wrong or stupid, I would hope everybody would say something. I'm sure I have said stupid things, but I'm saying, something majorly stupid. I would expect to be taken to task for it. Same with Ram. You saw how fast I shut down his terrible Australian accent.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. But you see what my point is.
I can see where you're coming from. I can see your point.
Yeah, and that's sort of why, you know, if I'm treating you with a certain level of disdain, you know, you got to see where that's coming from, man, because it's like, what are you not seeing here? Like I said, though, it's up to you. Some people will just never recognize the emperor has no clothes, and that's the way it is. That's why Ram's earlier description of the TV preacher, you know, or the faith healer or whatever. There's always going to be people that fall for that shit. So that's the way of the world. But I don't know about you. The first time I got sharped by somebody on the street, by a hustler, I fucking never, that shit is never going to happen to me again. You keep your, you know, you learn from that. As we were saying earlier, there's no need to feel stupid. Oh, hey, Falcax is here. Shit, man. I'm sorry. Hey, nice job on that troll, buddy. So,
oh, yeah.
Let me just finish this thought, and then you can say what you were going to say, Fal. But yeah, I made the guy's fucking intro, and he's still using it because he's too fucking stupid and unskilled to make his own, and too cheap to fucking figure out that he can get one for about $50 on Fiverr.
That only leaves $40.
Yeah, that's right. From his $90 live stream. Yeah, so I mean, there it is. You get fooled, but you know, learn from it, move on, and you know, next time your eyes are a little wider, and that's just the way it is. And that's the end of my little rant. What's up, Val? Are you there, buddy?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm on my phone. I had to do a restore on my computer, and I can't get Chrome to work now, so it's the whole fucking thing.
It's all right, buddy. So,
yeah, I just wanted to give some context for that clip I sent you.
Thank you. Yeah, great.
So that was a stream that I went on that he was doing live very shortly after all the info started coming out. Like, we were all on a voice chat in Shiz's server, and he lied to all our faces in that. So it was like a few days after that he was doing that live, and I went on and realized that I still had access to his StreamYard because I ran it for him, and we were all in a voice chat in Shiz's server, and we realized this, and so I came up with the bright idea to go on there with Donald's picture to make him, you know, to see what kind of reaction he had, and his eyes lit up like he just saw a ghost, like, you can't be here, I unalived you, and then he immediately booted me, and then he didn't end that stream. I nuked it.
So after that was it. That was the end of the stream.
Well, he came back like 30 minutes later with some fully fabricated bullshit about me, and throwing me and Sweet Melissa under the bus, which I, again, as he was live, I was live, actively showing proof that what he was saying was fabricated. And that's how easy it is to disprove him. Like, I knew what he was going to do before he did it and disproved him live while he was doing it.
Attaboy.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah, I knew you guys had I knew you'd have a good story. I'm so glad you're here. I really am.
Dude. Absolutely.
Oh, I mean, you know, and Frauditor Watch, I mean, you can go on my channel and you can see personal DMs that I had with Wrangler of his bullshit, and it's all out there. Shiz has showed it, Stone Vet showed it.
Right.
I put it out there. I mean, it's all out there. Everybody's put everything they have. Well, Shiz is Shiz, but everyone else has put everything that they have on Wrangler out there.
Well, thanks for sharing it with our community, because there's a lot of us don't have time to go watch. I mean, I do, but a lot of the people in the chat are thanking you.
Oh, yeah. You know, I mean, you just head over to that channel, and it was Deadpool Debunker, and I'm kind of like, I'm going to get back into streaming, but not so much with the Wrangler shit. So I changed it it's back to Falcax, but the tag is Falcax Gaming. If you search that, those lives are still there. I didn't take them down because I'm not going to take them down because they need to be there for transparency.
Yes.
So you come out of the gaming community, buddy?
Yeah, yeah. I started on Twitch back in like 2016. I've got monetized over there, but people have hard times learning new things, so I'm going to bring it over to YouTube.
Cool.
Nice.
Good deal. Good deal.
But yeah, I felt that hasn't been shown in a while. It's very telling that I didn't even say anything. He saw the picture, and his facial expression was that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very telling.
Yeah, that was a goddamn death blow, dude. I mean, you can't get more of a direct hit than that.
Good job. I'll tell you what, you guys in the gaming community, you think differently than everybody.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
no,
most of us
Prouder trolls from the gaming community. Look at the job he's done building his, channel and stuff up. And, like him or not like him, the fact of the matter is he's successful.
Yeah, most gamers have ADD or ADHD, so our brains work differently, so we can think about 50 things at once. It's good and bad, with someone like me with depression, it's a bad thing most of the time.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, would be.
Well, I hope you're taking care of that, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I lost my insurance, so I lost my therapist, so it's hard right now. That's why I haven't been around a lot.
Yeah.
Well, if
you can always do live
hang out with two other guys that have
I mean, if you got something, yeah, man. I mean, this is some depressing shit going on, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, as George Carlin said, he's like, not surprised everybody's depressed. You live in a neon sewer. You earned being depressed. So don't even worry about it, man. Yeah, I mean, try and have people's backs as much as possible in here. I mean, look, where I'm, we could have had Frauder watch up here and call them all sorts of names and idiot or whatever. But
see, I'm not like that. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna come at somebody just because they support Wrangler. They can look, the evidence is there. They can look at it and choose to believe it or not. I mean, it's foolhardy if you don't believe it.
Put that out there that it's there.
Yeah.
All you got to do is go look.
Yeah. I mean, I will have scorn and derision for the person that, and particularly Kfar, just because of the position he was in with Wrangler, you know what I mean, forever. And also, we know you're still talking to him, dude. I mean, and he never emailed me back about doing the video. I mean, it's fucking just the worst type of individual. We just call him in the Navy a skater.
I mean,
skating by. I mean, he said on that live stream he got the easiest editing thing possible. It's clear he does not do a lot of work for anything. He's boring as fuck. I'm just gonna say it. He's boring as fuck. All right. His content is just nothing. He got a lot of subs and stuff after that BSPT thing happened, right? After him and the other dipshit showed up on his door, and then the community. Oh, by the way, Laura, I welcome everyone who's seen the light on Wrangler. That was the phrase I was grappling for. Yeah, seen the light. I mean,
I hear somebody say something about ADD a minute ago.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
we're experiencing it right now with Dick Bag.
No, I because it kind of tied into that. But
I love you, brother. I'm just pimping you up.
So point being, I'm not just talking shit at Kfar for no reason, and again, I've said this to the guy to his face, on a panel, emailed him a ton. He knows how, where I am on it. And I'm, again, like Wrangler, I get no satisfactory answers from him. He should be the maddest out of any of us at Wrangler. He should be like, fuck this motherfucker. There is some reason he is not. Right? So what is that reason? Is it personal weakness? Is Wrangler have something he's dangling over his head? What is it? I mean, is he just a bitch?
I've got a question for Podcast.
Do what?
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Let me sit up here, clear my throat because I was starting to fall asleep.
Oh, sorry, dude. Yeah.
No, that's not what I meant. No, hell no. You were shit, you were enlightening.
Tiring out the old man.
Yeah, tiring out the old man. So you say you're going to start building your channel up, and you're going to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at. So I think the channel's at 414 subs right now. From when I was covering Kaiser and all that shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get back into it. Yeah.
And your content's going to be kind of just.
It's gonna be like kind of variety, you know. The next stream I'm gonna do,
like
is actually
interest in gaming, interest in bird watching, interest in race cars, interest. I mean, what? I mean, you.
So it's gonna be a mixture of gaming and kind of like a support space. Because I know not everybody can afford therapy like me. Like I can't afford it right now, so I'm gonna do streams probably a few times a month where I get on and people who are struggling can just come on panel and have a place just to air out what they need to get off their chest to like help them with their mental health and all that.
A good,
so yeah, it's
yeah, like a good meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's nice. That's cool.
Yeah, Frauder Watch. Yes.
Listen, as I said, I'm at work.
Yeah, buddy.
I've got to go and do a security patrol.
Sure.
So I'm going to drop out.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks
for coming up, man.
Yep.
Thanks for having me up here.
Yep.
Good
luck.
And I will definitely go and read those documents that you sent me.
Please.
All right.
All right. Cheers,
See you, buddy. See you.
See you later.
All right, so Frauder Troll mentioned it, but didn't really touch on it. The whole stream that Wrangler did about being shot, and the whole thing about that he was thinking of self-harm and all that. I want to touch on that because that really struck a nerve with me when he did that shit. Because holy fuck, the minute I watched that, I think I went live right after that and was fucking irate because he does not suffer from any of that shit. And people like me who, and us who do suffer from it on a daily fucking basis, it's not something to be used as sympathy or, oh, feel bad for me because I did this, but I'm lying to you all at the same fucking time. Nah, man, that shit don't work for me. It really don't. That just shows what a big piece of shit that guy is.
Oh yeah, she's made an excellent point on one of her live streams. She played a video of a vet pulled over on the side of the road who was just breaking down and like just having a breakdown, ready to end it all. And the cops' response to him, it was one of the most gut-wrenching things you'll ever see. It was just
I remember that.
Yeah. And that, so not only is he stealing valor, he's stealing trauma, other people's trauma too. Like using that as I mean, that's gross, man. It's like invoking Schrodinger's cat. This guy is a piece of shit. Like, if there's any more question about it, he's just, this is what the type of shit he does. And people that associate with him, that's my point to Frauder Watch. They're going to be on that same level. If somebody goes into it with like JJ, right, who was informed, like Sheriff Ray Whited, who were informed all about this guy, or Will, hear me, Will.
And you'd like to believe that JJ's smart enough that he's got all of us fooled, but I can't.
That is the last thing I think. Smart is like the last word.
I know.
When I look at JJ.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'd like to think.
I think Gomer
that he's a plant.
Word.
Yeah, he's a plant in there, but no, can't do that. Valkak's smart, man. I went over when he was there. I probably went over and sniped a little more than I have in a long time, and I do know that it got heated when you departed.
It heated is a vast understatement.
Right. And I love it. I just wanted to hear more about that, and get to know you. And I
yeah.
I have one
That
question.
same night,
Angel asked real quick. Angel asked,
Yeah.
he said, did you not get help from the VA?
So I don't qualify for VA benefits. So yeah.
Okay. So that's a no-go.
Yeah, it's a no-go. Yeah. Trust me, I've tried that, trust me.
All right. Gotcha. It was asked. And so
multiple people have asked me that. Yeah, I know. And then I just don't qualify for VA benefits.
Gotcha.
But the same night that I did that, made him see a ghost and nuked his stream, I was also the owner of his Discord server, and I gave it to Shiz. So the next morning, he called me and was fucking irate.
Right. Oh,
he was like, I don't know what these people have on you, but whatever they have on you, they're gonna turn on you just as quick as you turned on me. I was like, bitch, they got nothing on me, dude. You don't even have shit on me. He was like, oh, well, we'll see about that. And to this day, nothing has still come out about me.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, thanks for the 20 memberships, Bandit. Appreciate that. Spartan. Yeah, do not follow this advice, Falcax. Have you tried emailing VOP and chatting with her crazy ass? She'll listen. Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. That's interesting because VOP, I was talking with her at a point, and then after I fucked Wrangler over, she put in a YouTube comment or an email that she wished I had unalived myself.
Nice. Yeah. She's the only word I have to describe.
We did a whole video. We did a whole live stream on her.
Yeah, Tonto, I don't give a shit about. I mean, I don't mean that in the whatever with troll. I care about getting the word out about Kaiser. You seem to have a beef with troll, but I mean, I can't help you with it, man, unless either one of you care to tell me separately what the fuck is going on. And in any event, I don't really, I mean, it's not my business. So I get you have a beef with him, but I can't really, do anything for you. But the obsession with Kaiser is that he's still out there and being a piece of shit. And like I said, he's so stupid. He's going to fuck himself. That's what he does, man. He's a shitty thief. He gets caught. He left so much evidence against him, like direct evidence against him.
And Tano, the evidence that I have seen is all the kind of evidence I like to look at.
Well, actually,
that's legitimate. That's legitimate paperwork. All this stuff you're saying, Alabama, that's all been done.
Yeah,
everybody has every news story that was ever done.
I'm just watching it from here on out. You know what I mean? I don't know how it's going to end, but it's going to end with Kaiser's dumbass losing.
Yep.
I mean, let's not forget that Wrangler called me a veterans charity. He used those words to describe me. He's like, well, I give money to...
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, right. Because, he says in his description, I'll make sure it goes to a veteran charity. That's right. You were the veteran. Well,
but even though I've shown messages that was what we had talked about him paying me for being his producer. So, never works out too good for him. There's always proof.
Yeah, he's fucking stupid. And
see, the funny thing about Discord is even if you delete your own message on your side, it still shows on the other person's side.
That's why everybody likes Discord.
Oh yeah, dude. Discord's a thing, yeah.
Yeah, I'd stay out of it. It's just too much.
I've been there. I've gotten it wasn't for me. I just didn't. I have time.
Yeah, too time consuming, essentially. No, hey, Scotto. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Scotto. I mean, I've been in Discord since it first came out in like 2016. So I'm like a Discord OG. It originally was made for gamers, and then it evolved into what it is now.
Yeah.
I know people that go there love it. Shiz loves it there.
Yeah. It just occurred to me something you'll never see. Wrangler stream sniping one of our channels.
That is true. That is true. He will never do that.
Yeah.
So Tell me what you know about what Wrangler. Have you ever heard Wrangler say anything about that if I had to choose that I would support him?
In what way?
Anyway.
I mean, and I still beat myself.
Do you know our history? Do you know my history with Wrangler?
I actually do not know.
Okay. Then forget the question.
Oh, okay.
Because we already talked about it once. I already went over the whole thing.
Oh, I got you.
I just don't.
I'll have to go back and check it out.
It goes back to the very, very, very beginning. I was a big supporter of Troll's channel when he came.
Okay.
And I left with him coming in is when I started losing faith in what that channel was, what it was doing with him coming on those live streams.
I gotcha. So you kind of got a bad feeling right from the jump, from the jump off.
Oh, absolutely. I know that some of that stuff still exists on the channels. Like when we went live, he was with us live one night at 2:00 in the morning at Mark's channel, and I know that live still exists. Yeah, no, I was questioning him from day one, and I didn't like him. And then he started.
I had his back so much. Like when all this shit first,
you came on board, because you came on board what 6-8 months ago.
I came on board probably 4 to 6 months before everything came out. It was, I think it was like February or early March of last year.
I have to use my brain. Shit. Let me start thinking here.
Like February or early March of last year. It was. I came on board before the Black Heart Night fundraiser.
Got you. Yeah, that seems about right. The Black Heart Night. Yep, good. Yep, that's a good comparison. That brings.
I mean,
what time frame was?
I got Frauditor Troll was like, I don't know if Falcax did anything and didn't send you any money. I even went to Blackheart. I was like, dude, here's a fucking screenshot of my PayPal from that day. There is nothing in there, or else you would have gotten it. I'm not one that does that. In some of the streams I did when covering Wrangler after all this shit happened, people donated me money. And I was like, oh, yeah, half of this is going to go, to a charity. And then the following day, I donated $100 to my local SPCA. And then I did another one to the Junior Diabetes Research Foundation. So, and you can go on my community page and those screenshots are still there.
And that was all part of Kaiser's grift, right? I mean, he kind of got this thing rolling. I mean, he started smelling this grifting works, and we just change it up, and we can just keep grifting.
Yeah, I mean, he is the definition of confession by projection, because he goes and talks about frauditors, grifting, and all that. It's to keep the eyes off of him.
Oh, yeah. I said it at the very beginning. He, everything for him is by plan. Nothing is fun. Well, his lies are spontaneous, and he's pretty skilled at it, but he's not good at all.
Yeah.
No.
Tonto, I mean, yeah, okay.
Missing something in the chat.
Yeah, really, man. I mean, have you looked into all of Shiz's stuff about the murder? Have you gone and watched her Afghanistan and her other live streams where she goes over all that stuff? Or no, I think Dark Side of the Tube was hers. I mean, okay, yeah, guilty until proven innocent. Sure. I mean, it's your business. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm not out to convince anybody at this point. I just rather know where everybody stands on it, so I know how seriously to take them or not. You know what I mean? I mean, I just don't even know what to say to that. Yeah, Spartan wants to know if the Renaissance was as cool in person as they make it seem in textbooks.
Smart ass. Yes.
And look, I'm gonna give Shiz more props here, man. She's an excellent investigator.
Oh, great.
Very, very smart young lady. She is.
I mean, Wrangler told Shiz to look into him, which is what spawned all this. Like, one thing you do is don't piss off Shiz or tell her to research some shit because she's gonna do it.
When her and Kate were together, people feared that channel.
Yeah, good reason.
People feared that channel. I look, you didn't want to cross Kate or Shiz, either one. You just didn't. Yeah,
hey,
they're
Becco, what's up?
What they do.
Hey, Logan. If you were here,
I made fun of Kate in a video very early on, very first video I ever did, and I kind of tried to make it clear. Hope you take this okay.
Nobody's covering it, Tonto. Believe me. I mean, dude.
yeah. I guess if you're watching reruns of Gunsmoke, they're probably not.
Yeah, all these people all these Yahoo first 1A frauder, whatever you want to call them, who call themselves journalists, like
Linda, start putting some links up there to some of our channels.
Shiz, believe me, follows guidelines that a journalist would use or an investigator. You know, somebody's serious. She doesn't fuck around. What are you not getting about that? I mean, she's doing it by the book. She does.
We have another channel.
How the fuck do you think she was able to not only get all these documents, but she's talked to people like in Kaiser's. You know, I don't know how much she's
met Cameron's family.
Yeah, dude. She's. I mean,
They don't get any better than that. She's very thorough, very good, and very devoted.
Yeah, I mean, I consider her so far unimpeachable. She's like Master Sergeant. You know, I have absolutely zero reason to question them, and I have every reason to believe them. You know, like I said, I'm not the smartest person ever, but I'm
real receipt.
Also not the dumbest, and yeah, my uncle said if you used to tell me if you if you don't know a particular subject or discipline or whatever, and you need to know something about it, you go to the best person you can find for that. And I put MSG and Shiz into that sort of category as
I love it, Renaissance, that you bring that up. Spartan, that you think that I'm the Renaissance and we're listening to him right now. You talk about his uncle. You got us confused. You take that joke. I want you to take it, DP.
Lighten
up.
No. I was sorry. I was.
I want to get you cheerful again. You were having fun.
No, I am having fun. I was just reading this, and I can't do two things at once. Stephanie, Falcax, say something in chat.
So he starts reading the chat on top of it.
Yeah, hold on.
No,
but you can do three things at once. Well.
That is what distracted my attention like a shiny object on the ground. Was this thing from Stephanie here? It says, "Can you have Falcax say something in chat so Linda can share his link?" So.
Yeah. Let me get on the right channel. Hold on. Let me sign in with the right channel. Hold on a sec.
Gotcha.
It's this one.
Tom Donovan for 556. My, what a strange number. But I like it. Downgraded Jeff and Scotto. Taught me a new word today. That's what that is. And to honor them, I'll use it in context. Wrangler's bussy be vibrating in his live stream. Okay. I'm guessing that's his backside.
Busy. No, he's busy. No,
Bussy.
Yeah, I guess it's
Bussy.
Bussy be vibrating in his life.
I'm sure I'll have Scotto fill me in on that later. Scotto fills me in later a lot, right, Scotto?
Scotto fills everybody in later a lot.
Oh, I love.
Yeah, I'm on his A list though.
I love his new set.
He got me on speed dial and shit.
Scott, are all those pictures legitimate up there in your set? I just happened to tune in there the other day on live, and he's in a room with looks like his stuff. Doesn't he do deep fades and stuff like that?
Sorry, Kisker. It's Boosie. Boosie. That's how it's pronounced. Boosie.
Boosie.
I don't want to think about anything of Wranglers vibrating. Yeah. Yep. He's gonna end up in prison, like looking like a dangling puppet. That's what's gonna happen to him. So, and that's what's gonna be interesting is watching people backpedal when shit finally hits the fan. Know what I'm saying?
Stay in touch, Falcax.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I certainly will, fellas. I certainly will.
Pop in. We really appreciate you coming on and saying hey and talking your stuff. Love to hear more of it.
Yeah, I need to wind it up. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good. Yeah.
Are you gonna count tonight as tomorrow night, or are you gonna go live again tomorrow night?
I don't know. I really don't know, man. Okay. I'm still trying to finish this other. Actually,
well, anyway, we every Tuesday night at 8:00.
Yeah.
DP wants to do Thursday nights, the same thing.
Yeah, I think
he went Wednesday because of this event, and make sure you stop by, keep us in tune with your channel, what's going on.
I definitely will for sure. Yeah. If I can ever get my computer working again, fuck.
If it makes you feel comfortable, if you're in an uptight mood, then so be it.
Dude, what are you missing? It's moving forward. Or then why not help with that, man? If you want to pitch in. Otherwise, I've done my part. What I can do to get this out there, man. This is what you call a developing story. So, what do you think, Troll? And thank you, because this is actually an excellent.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, that's an excellent reminder of why the fuck we're here.
Right now, we're literally here because he's reaching out beyond.
Troll is reaching out to larger creators. I mean, look, dude. I'm one dude. I have done what I can to do this. Believe me, there's a lot of shit I've tried to do that you guys won't even ever see. You know what I mean? So
clueless.
Yeah, trust me, I know a lot about this whole thing. Shiz knows even way more, and she's telling me when she tells me shit's, just wait. I believe her. Okay, so that's where we're at. I mean, who knows? It could I end up being wrong about all this, but either way, he's a dumb fuck. He's a dumb fuck. He's going to fuck himself up somehow.
Echo chamber is not the right word for what we're doing here. An echo chamber is Kaiser's chat, where they block and delete comments when they question product Wrangler. This you won't see that here on Shiz's channel, on my channel. We welcome dissenting opinions. Kaiser does not.
Yeah, I'll pin dissenting opinions a lot of times, man. And you saw I just had Frauditor Watch up here for an hour or something. I mean, I don't have any problem telling you what I think. You know what I mean?
I apologize for the lecture, but I think it needed to be made.
No, that was perfect way to wrap it up, because that's what we are here for. I want to bring it back to that. Troll is making, and again, I salute him for not.
People that don't know need to understand.
Troll could have said, fuck it, and just look, it's not my problem anymore. I did this and moved on. He did not. Okay. So that deserves a lot of credit. And on that note, I want everybody to make sure you go over and watch his video, get it in the algorithm, get it,
that helps
pick it up steam, because he has tagged larger creators. That's his hope now that he's 100K. That's the whole reason it's important, because now he's in the big leagues with his channel.
It's the way YouTube algorithms work.
Right. So it may catch the interest, Charlie or I don't know, donut operator, whoever else.
Donut operator.
Yeah. And that's what this is. See, we are responding to all this, Tonto, in time as well as we can, just being who we are. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people have put a lot of great effort into all of this. And if it weren't for all of them doing that, sustaining it, continuing to talk about it,
there's a handful of channels you can watch.
Yeah,
go ahead.
You know, Troll wouldn't have, maybe Troll wouldn't have been compelled so much to make the video. I don't know. I'm just, that's speculation. I'm not trying to put
there's a handful of channels that you can
go
through, and if you'll take the time to go into their library and look at their lives and look at their videos, and real easy to pick out the ones that interest you, because there's not a lot of clickbait going on here. You can usually figure out what's in the video.
Yeah.
And you can go to about 5 channels and have every question you have answered just by watching all those videos.
And again,
you'd be entertained.
And again, you could get answered personally by like Kaiser himself. Just go over in his chat, ask him about his military service, ask about Donald Cameron. What's some other good questions for him, Fel?
Just mention me. Just type in, "Hey, how's Falcax?" Guarantee you'll be banned in an instant.
Yeah, where are you?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, they're on lockdown here. I don't, the only thing I ask over here is no doxing. I really don't. I don't care who it is. I don't care what it is. I don't care what the fucking beef is. Just no fucking doxing of any kind.
I mean, ask him about military, ask him about, his cash app that he sends. He's supposed to be sending to veterans charities. Ask him about Blackheart. Ask him about Donald. Ask him about me or Shiz. Mention me, Shiz, Digbag, or anybody who's spoken out against him.
Yep. Ask him why he's still using my intro. There you go. There's your.
There you go. I mean, hey, Falcax, I have a question. So you know him fairly well, and you may be able to answer us. Maybe you can or can't. But during my research and things, I noticed something. Does he have a thing about fishing or a boat or living around a lake? Is it just coincidence that he always lived around a lake?
I recall him mentioning a boat once upon a time.
That's it.
But whether or not it's his boat, I mean, that's, I can't confirm or deny that.
I'm just curious because I was doing research and I was looking at that, and every time I'd look something up, it'd be near a lake. Alabama, Georgia, both those properties were on lake. There was one in North Carolina on the lake. I thought maybe there was something to do with that. His dad was a bass fisherman or something. I didn't know.
Yeah, you could also go in his chat and ask him about his daughter or the dog for his daughter. See how that goes for you.
Do you think I can get on his channel with any of my accounts?
I mean,
that was expired a long time ago.
Let me put it this way.
I'll go create a new one, I guess. But the way he keeps the new ones out is he just makes you have to wait. You have to be patient, I guess.
I maxed out my phone number for Google alt accounts just to go over there and fuck with him, and they're all banned.
I love it.
There's like 6 of them, and I even got one from somebody else.
You're crafty. You're crafty, though. That's right down your alley. You keep doing that kind of crap. We love that shit.
I mean, I guarantee you, I still live rent free in that slum that is his mind.
Yeah, and again, because the importance of continuing it, people asking, well, why are you still obsessed with this? Well, look, man. I mean, like I said, he's going back to prison at some point. I'm pretty sure of that, but. Regardless, I mean, do you really? I don't want to make things any easier for him while he's out here. You know what I mean? I want to let people know what he is. He should be in fucking jail as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Bandit, I didn't run when the heat was on, man. I've been dealing with severe mental health shit, Bandit. So yeah, I didn't run. Trust me, if I could have stayed around and kept streaming, I would. But at that time I had a therapist and she advised me that I should probably stay away from YouTube because it wasn't helping me get better with my mental health, which is why I have not been around for a while because I'm still following her advice.
Yeah, credit to anybody who's had a part in any of this. I mean, it's kind of a weird. We occupy a strange space in the.
Yeah. Everybody has their own little.
But
nook.
But yeah, I mean, anybody, I'm really interested to see how this one turns out. You know what I mean? Yeah, and again, KTZ.
Oh God,
true crime, man. And you turn your nose up at this fucking story. I mean, what?
Well, if you recall, after all this shit came out, she had him on a panel.
Yeah, he was on a fucking
and
panel.
I went up on said panel.
And she says the only thing that bothers her about him now is the stolen valor. It's like, okay.
Well, yeah, then throw the other story in her life and it makes sense. You're talking about KT, aren't you talking about the one that was married to her husband's in prison right now?
Like a Marine or something, right? No. KTZ's she's got a true crime channel.
Oh no, that was Frauditor Reaper.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was Frauditor Reaper.
No, it was KTZ.
Funny enough, Reaper is why all this shit came about.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're trying to wrap it up. I mean, I can come on next Tuesday.
No, whatever. If you got stuff to say.
Whatever. You can come back. You can talk now, but I want to hear about Reaper because I know there's an association.
If you recall, me and Wrangler and a couple in OF and someone else had started the Tro Patrol. You guys remember that?
Yep. Tro Patrol.
So, according to Frauditor Reaper, we post her merch because she had the Troll Patrol. But we, and we changed it to how Jeremiah Payne would say it and all, and say Tros and all that. So she started coming after the two of us for poaching our merch and shit. And that led to a whole thing in that. And then because of that, Reaper went to Welsh News Network and gave them info on Wrangler, and Dan went and pulled his records. So Reaper is actually why Wrangler ended up getting exposed.
No, you think that his record was only in Dan's hands at that time?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that's what jump started the whole thing.
Oh, jump started it on his channel. I was going to say because Dan wasn't the first to have Kaiser's record. I can promise you that.
Yeah. Well, I just want to. This kind of I don't know how true any of this is. I'm not doubting you, Falcax, but I just I'm just saying I don't know much of that story, nor am I really sure I want to get in.
I mean
some drama with it, that's, and I'm not about. I don't know. I just don't know. That's the first time I've ever heard of that. So,
well, I knew about the merch thing, but I'm just saying, anyway.
Yeah. So it was in other words, you're saying it was inadvertent.
Yeah, inadvertently, it led to Wrangler getting exposed because that's when Wrangler told Shiz to look into him.
I do remember that.
Who told Shiz to?
Wrangler. He wanted Shiz to look into Reaper.
Oh, I see. And then and that triggered Shiz into looking into.
And that's when Wrangler told Shiz that she could look into him, and that's what catalyzed it all.
Oh, I got you. I see what you're saying. Okay, well, that's interesting. And here we are today. And again, we do the main point of all this was to congratulate on a troll on his 100K subs on his other channel, first of all. But the main thing is to share his video about Kaiser. So it's on his Josh Prime channel. If you go over there, Linda, I'm sure I'll post it before we leave. What the fuck? Before we left? What the fuck is the matter with my mouth? The
words
fuck
are hard.
was that? Where the fuck did my brain go?
I mean, words are hard, man. Words are hard.
Yeah. Spartan is speaking of vocabulary. Spartan's congratulating you. Your excellent use of catalyzed.
I mean, you know, words are hard for Fel, but occasionally he pulls some big words out in the right context.
Nice.
So frauderram at Gmail and dickbag at Gmail, real easy to get a hold of.
Dickbag Patrol.
Dickbag Patrol, that's right. Sorry. Full
Yeah,
name.
it's in my about too.
Stay in touch. Stop by our streams. Stay in touch. You want to tell some more of your story? Love to hear it. So
Yeah. DBP's got my email, so you can grab it from him.
Yep. All right, gang. Well, yep. Again, go watch Troll's Josh Prime video of Wrangler. Get that algorithm up.
See if it lets
Get them views up, and it'll be interesting. I have no idea what's going to happen with it. MSG theorized it could get him more dumbass followers. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I am looking forward to still inventing Wally's dissection of this stream. Is he still on live right now, or did he wrap it up?
I can check. Hold on.
Let me see. Yeah, he's still live. Tonight we learned of a new frauder. Oh, he's moving on from Chris. By the way, let me just point out him milking that shit with Chris and Tiffany for so long. And then along comes DUI guy and DK and just destroys him in a matter of moments, you know.
Funny thing is that Wrangler's using both intros we made for him, because I took the one you made and put it in the one that I made for him, and he's still using that shit.
Oh right, yeah. He's unfucking skilled motherfucker. Yep. Wrong channel, buddy. You might be thinking of another guy there, Ron. Sorry, no indestructible trifles here. I should make one though. What would I include on it? I'll have to think about that. Dick bag trifold. Ooh, watch me shield like Chile, everybody. I'm gonna turn this channel into a fucking nonstop commercial for my dick bag trifolds. Awesome. If VLP has gone drunk with power in his chat, oh my god.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
What some people will go, the links they'll go to.
Oh, well,
yeah. There.
Dude, they're circling the fucking wagons right now, man. She's got to feel like, she's in a.
He's not going to admit it, but me being on panel talking about him again, I'm sure he's shitting himself. I guarantee you, he is freaking out right now.
Good.
Yeah.
You deserve it, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, he does.
Come on my show anytime, buddy. Open invite. You too, Will. 2K Far.
Fucking Will, that's another story.
That guy literally. And again, if you missed it, Chief Tuttle has been a guest on Wrangler's panel. A huge admitted fan of him. Will's been up on panel with Wrangler. He's just cool with that. Well, he did make it a members only panel, so maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm sure Will's a member. A roughneck. How fucking embarrassing is that shit, man? Roughnecks.
You know, he didn't come up with that.
Well, it's from Starship Troopers, eh?
Yeah, and I gave him the idea for that because he said he was a fan of it. I was a fan of it, and I pitched it to him one day, and he was all for it. So that's yet another one of my brain children that he still uses.
Oh, that's what when you say all the time that you had something to do with the intro. That's it.
No,
yeah,
he did the little countdown computer intro thing, right?
Oh.
Also,
yeah, with the music and all that. Yeah,
Wrangler can literally not do any of that shit, man. I mean, when he actually, that's one of the reasons. Make it clear, the only reason I gave this guy the time of day was Troll was vouching for him, and I'll always give a vet a little bit of extra leeway, at least in the beginning, you know, until they prove me that, well, that's not necessary. So his early fucking videos, they're not great now, but they were technically just horrible. A lot of like terrible audio that was like cutting in and out, like unlistenable, unwatchable. You know what I mean?
He originally recorded everything on his phone.
Yeah.
And then he apparently got a laptop from Kimmy in heavy air quotes, and that's when he started getting better quality, and that's when I came on board and all that kind of shit. Like I upped his production value. Like his channel would not be as big as it is right now if I had never come on board.
I bet, dude. That makes sense that you that he didn't even come up with the fucking Starship Troopers thing. That's funny. Fucking pathetic.
Yeah.
I mean, that drawing, like, come on.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys saw the one I did of him, right? Of his Roughnecks crew.
Yes. Or the one he uses as a background, or did you do a new one?
I did.
Show Falcac some of your new ones.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the new stuff.
Oh no, we got
because
man,
because I haven't been around.
This is top dollar stuff.
What are you talking about? The
your new ones that you already ran.
You know the new intros.
Yeah, I've seen the intros. Yeah, I haven't seen the picture though.
Oh, you've seen all the intros? I mean, all the ones he's made recently.
Yeah, the lying scumbag and the other one. Yeah.
I just like literally played those. Let me see if I can.
Well, I didn't know if he was here or not. That was at the beginning of the show.
Sorry, guys. I thought we were gonna end it twice already. It's like fake out endings.
Three times.
Sorry if anybody's left. I really was not expecting. But you know, hey, if we're all having a good time and learning things and enjoying one another's company.
Twice.
Mostly. I mean, like I said, I'm not too concerned. You know, if you have an opposing viewpoint, I'm not afraid to listen to it. Let me see if I can even. Sorry, guys. I'll
always welcome them because I generally have screenshots to disprove dissenting opinions about them.
Exactly. I usually don't. I don't ask people questions in public unless I'm pretty sure they answer already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not I'm not making guesses in general.
Hi, T. Marie.
So I'm just gonna have to.
One of the first things you learn in law enforcement, never ask a question you don't already have the answer to. You just don't do it.
I don't know if the video is still on his channel. I can't remember the title of it. But if you go to the oldest live on my channel, on my channel, the oldest live on there, it's called I Brought Receipts, You Didn't Fraud at Wrangler or something along those lines.
Right.
It's literally like, and this was after I nuked his stream, I am live as he's live, actively disproving him with screenshots. And if you run them side by side, you can watch it in real time of how I disprove this dipshit in real time.
Kind of like playing Dark Side of the Moon and watching The Wizard of Oz at the same time.
Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, exactly like that.
Synced up, huh? All right.
Can you guys see that?
I can. Oh, that's amazing. I love it.
We'll go through this here. There's Glenn Harlow on the right there with tater tots for everybody. Glenn is another confused veteran. Really not sure.
K-Par.
Oh, we'll get to K-Par. Don't worry. Then there's JJ here, JJ Scarborough. He's mag dumping with his eyes closed into a stop sign there.
Make it bigger.
Yeah. Well, I can't really, unfortunately.
Can't go full screen. Okay.
Is that big enough for everybody? It's got to be enough for everybody, right? There's Chief Tuttle. Can't miss him in the back there with his ROTC sword and his taser and his cheesy tactical vest and his badge. In front of him, there's good old Mayor Dick Proctor of Grantville, Georgia. Little Dicky there with his
of where, Georgia?
Grantville, Georgia. That's the one that GT. And by the way, I told GT, man, the day before that shit went down with him in there, I was like, please, man, just don't go in there crazy. Just go in there and ask the mayor why he's appearing on Kaiser's panel. Ask the city council why the mayor is going on with a 10-time felon, guy who has a murder case that may be reopened, a guy who flunked out of basic training twice, and then just sit down. Just ask him why and sit down. And I watched that video. I was like, God damn it, Russ. I'm trying to help you, buddy. I mean, but to his credit, I wrote him back and said, what the fuck was that? And he was like, I know I fucked up. But
brain part.
I think he's just listening to the wrong fucking people, man. I mean, I
he got talked out of it, no doubt.
Yeah.
He told everybody what his plan was, and he got talked out because that's not Russell.
Yeah, it's too bad because he really could have put the fucking nail in this guy's fucking forehead. Man.
Absolutely.
And then of course we got Sheriff. What's this asshole's name? Oh, Ray Whitehead. That's right. From Meade County, there back there, looking all ready for business there. He hasn't been. I haven't seen him much around, although I think he may pop into the chats. Like I said, some of them may be sort of trying to distance themselves a little bit from this. I don't know. My theory about this, by the way, why Wrangler is he's trying to curry favor with law enforcement officials, no matter how,
Oh, I can tell you exactly why he's doing that. He's doing it so when he goes to trial, he has character witnesses that are going to make him look good.
Yep. We said that a long time ago. Yep, it's got to be the motive.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been around. I figured it had been said, but I just wanted to make it. That I feel the same way.
Good call.
All right,
absolutely.
Come on,
and then,
I'm waiting on K-Far.
We'll do K-Far next there. There he is there off to the left there. Little baby K-Far. His little diapers in his box of cookies. How's the video coming along, buddy?
How's the video coming along, buddy?
And then, of course, there's our leader of the Roughnecks there being chased by a little bitty bumblebee.
Now, for all you people in the chat and all of our supporters and followers, you're always curious as to why it takes DP several weeks to make a video. you look at this right here. There's 2 weeks work right there. There's 2 weeks.
No, that was an evening. But yeah.
But no, wait a minute. I'm not done. Okay, so that was an evening, and then he described it. So that's how he makes videos. He's good. He'll go, God damn it! I had that video done, and something coming about. I have to add to it.
Yeah,
it's never ending.
This one. If I were to revise this one, I give Kaiser a nice little black eye there and some scuff marks on his giant beak.
Don't forget the shin splints.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that's why he's dancing around there for the bee. Yeah, we should. I should have put little pain marks coming off of his shins. Maybe that'll be him. I grew up reading a lot of
JJ are up. He and JJ are live right now.
I'm sure they are. I know. I'm sure tomorrow morning I'll be watching Stone Vets. Yeah, I did grow up reading a lot of Mad Magazine, in case you couldn't tell from the drawing there. But anyway. Well, that was a bit of fun, wasn't it, kids? I hope. Thanks everybody for sticking in there. Sorry about the fake out endings and shit, man. Thanks for sticking around for 3 fucking hours.
Why?
Damn.
3 times the live stream.
Now Frauditor Watch is over there kissing ass already. Perfect.
Oh
yeah. Make sure you send me some screenshots of that.
Oh yeah, no, right here. Yeah, sure enough, with this wrench. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a wrench over there. Fucking what a I mean I'm not. I don't believe
Gustav Miller. I'm getting angry.
Call me cynical, but let him.
God, I wish I could go through.
I mean, the mush brains will mush brain, you know.
Yeah, and like I said, at this point, man, if you're still buying his fucking snake oil, that's on you, man. I guess, but
I mean, it really is. I mean, we're just keeping the stuff fresh in everybody's mind, and if they choose not to believe it, I mean, it's totally on them because it's backed up by so much evidence. We're not just throwing wild accusations around like he does. It's all backed up by evidence. I mean, she's with all her documents. Everybody else with all their screenshots and emails. I mean, it's all there in writing.
Yeah, and to be clear, like nobody's going after this guy just because we fucking don't like him.
He shouldn't be. He should not be profiting. He should not be profiting on YouTube for the moral compass that he holds and what he's done with stolen valor, and that's why I personally stay involved. Is because I know YouTube's not going to do anything about it. And this may be the right way, it may be the wrong way, but I'm going to do everything I can to keep people from giving this man money.
Yeah. And if yeah,
maybe that's against terms of service. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll have an email from YouTube in the morning, but they're so stupid.
Well, I'll have one in the morning because I would get the email.
No, that's true.
Not that it matters.
Well, since we're on your channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Son of a bitch. Don't you forget it.
I've had some things I've wanted to say. No.
Let's just say Kaiser for prison 2024.
Just so you know this, Valcax, Kaiser, Kimmy Wrangler was Kimmy Dawn. Kimmy Dawn was a moderator for me and Takedown Exposing Frauditors.
I did not know that.
That's true. And Kimmy Dawn was our main moderator. And Kaiser started coming and he'd come to our live streams and hop on ahead of time, promote his channel and shit like that. And try to leave that posted up there so as people come in the comments, they'd see it. And somehow or another, him and Kimmy hooked up somewhere. And all of a sudden, Kimmy disappears as a moderator, just disappeared. Now, she had been dealing directly with Mike, not me. I was bringing up and working with a gal by the name of Ray. They know her as Ray, but Ray first was real. She made great comments and she made good observations. And I asked her if she wanted to be a moderator. She didn't know anything about it. I said, well, here's what you got to do if you're going to do it for me. And she went on from there. But I left shortly thereafter because of Kaiser. I mean, this guy, I just got through dealing with him at Trolls and then over at Mark's channel. And now he's coming up on these live streams and stuff. I want nothing to do with him. He used to say, why don't you come on, hop on? Blah, blah, blah. Never would do it. And there's a reason why I did. But irregardless, that goes back with my association with him. I've always kept him at arm's length. Always had a little bit of knowledge of what was going on my own, just what I picked up on. But then she became Kimmy Wrangler and she showed back up. Well, I'm starting to smell stuff over at this other channel. Things just weren't working out right. Ray's getting all weird and Mike's offering her a whole lot of money to do production work and stuff. And she winged it a long way and they did okay, I guess. I left. I was like, no more of that. I just run solo. And, but Mike did use my channel for 30 days while he was under suspension. So that was part of it. But anyway,
oh, sorry.
Anyway, I'll sum it up real quick. I just wanted you to know that I know who Kimmy. I don't know Kimmy. I kind of know Kimmy. They showed back up. I left, and they became real tight and became part of that channel up there. It was the four of them, quite a bit. And then he started live streaming himself. Now I'm going back a year ago. The month of April and May. April and May were the 2 months when he came on the scene.
Gotcha. Yeah, she's not. And congratulations there. For is that Louisville Bill? Is that what it's short for? But LV Bill. Elville Bill. Nice.
Yeah, I saw those news.
Yeah, buddy. Well, welcome here anytime for sure, buddy. Ron Gross has a question for you, Ram, on your last live.
I'm sorry.
Ron Gross is going to leave a question for you on your last live. He's very curious if you can find the answer. He'll bug you later.
Okay, bug me later.
It's all on America's favorite new game show, ladies and gentlemen. I'll bug you later.
I'll bug you later.
That's right.
Oh, God, the juices are flowing.
And so, dear, that hit me in a weird way. So what I was going to say was, Kimmy, that's an interesting thing to bring up. What is going to happen with her when shit hits the Kaiser?
It's the Kaiser.
Thoughts? Anybody in the chat? Falcax, what do you think? She gonna run like a jackrabbit? She gonna clean him out somehow? I mean, I don't know how much money the guy has. I don't think he really is.
He doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything. He has nothing.
Yeah, it seems like it. Keeps collecting facial injuries though at a rapid clip. He's rich in those.
So here's, I probably share this opinion with other people who have said shit about Kaiser, but I believe that Wrangler and Kimmy are together, but they're together running scams on people. Like they're a partnership, because Wrangler did it to me and quite a few others where he came to us like, hey, can you send Kimmy money on PayPal and I'll send it back to you in Cash App the next day plus a little bit extra. So I think without Wrangler, you're going to see her disappear, because out of the two, and this is being fucking generous,
sounds
Wrangler's
like a pill dealer to me.
Yeah. Wrangler's probably the smarter one out of the two of them, and that's fucking not saying much.
Yeah, she got to be some kind of brick if she's, I mean, that's just, she seems like she'll latch herself onto anything that lumbers up to her under its own power.
Yeah, she'll fade from existence once he's gone.
Yeah,
because we don't. I mean, he's gonna go away at some point. It's just a matter of when.
I just pictured Kimmy Wrangler walking down the Walk of Fame where the stars are, and the homeless people pulling at her legs.
Yeah, don't get me started on that shithole. I actually have a video coming out about Hollywood Boulevard. It's a little different from what I usually do, but I think you guys will like it.
I love touching those chords.
It seems like the overwhelming consensus is be on the lookout for nudes again. Seems to be
that's like saying, "Did you see my dick pic?"
Right.
Go here. You can go see it.
Oh my God, Laura says she'll change her name back. Yeah, it's who knows, man. I don't know how culpable she is, and I don't think she's really culpable in anything other than, I mean, from an ethical standpoint, she's helping to enable it. But I think she's got a doormat written all over her. Maybe she's just as devious as him. I don't know. Hard to say, man. Hard to say.
Maybe Jeremiah, Samantha, and her got something going on. You never know.
So here we go. Breaking news. And again, trying to get the hell out of here, but
the Kentucky
final
Menage
boy.
a Trois.
The what's that?
The Kentucky Menage a Trois.
Oh God. Dear God. Why? Final Boy is saying, oh shit, a really big channel picked up on Josh Prime's videos, considering covering it. I just saw in Discord. Well, that's good. Hopefully that pans out.
That's what they're hoping for.
Yeah. I don't know what she's gonna get out of there. I don't know. I don't know if you know what I mean. Like,
well, they got to split the hamsters up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's this is part of the unwinding saga. And again, this is an ongoing.
Which one's going to take the honey and which one's going to take the hives?
Yeah, there's so many things you could report on if you had time, or say a true crime channel, a fucking channel that was devoted to true crime, and that was your goddamn reason d'etre. Seems to me like you could make pretty fucking compelling series out of all this. But what do I know?
What do you know?
Jeez. Some people, I'm telling you.
Good luck, motherfuckers.
Yeah, good luck, motherfuckers.
Wrangler's gonna expose fraudulent GoFundMe's. He should start with himself.
Yeah, dude. All that guy has is tattletale shit. I mean, it doesn't even rise to any kind of anything. You know what I mean? Like I said, Dummy Kruger. You want a fucking lesson on how to tell a story and get all the facts in there.
That's
and
right.
Make somebody look stupid with their own, you know,
With
just
their
letting the facts speak for themselves.
They incriminate themselves because they never stop recording, never stop talking.
Yeah. He lays it out for everybody to see. DUI guy. I mean, just yanking
Great videos.
Chris's fucking chain so hard. It was
K-Bar's video is worth. A matter of fact, I'm gonna pin it on my community tab just to remind everybody to go watch it again. It's that good.
I think that was the very first live stream we did. Was the it was gonna be so interesting.
And you're right. It really was kind of in 3 parts, but he did call that one part 2. But it wasn't. He did 3 videos. You were right about that when I said part 2.
Yeah.
But he did call it part 2 when he said, "Don't forget part 2 is coming out."
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, there's 3 parts really. There's 3 videos worth watching. 2 of them especially. God, that's so good.
Gotcha.
That is so good.
Yeah, DK's great, man. You know, people doing some really fine work. And meanwhile, what has Wrangler done? He got mad at Dr. Dave because Dr. Dave said he was the one that came up with the nickname Dumbwaiter. That's what he's all mad about.
Dumbwaiter and miniskirts.
Yeah. And again, I mean, they fell for Finkel's fucking. That was funny as shit. I mean, these people are not smart.
Oh, it's I'm glad I'm laughing.
Yeah, I mean, that is so.
That's how I deal with depression.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I appreciate everybody being here. This is good that we can get together and
laugh.
Yeah, laugh. That's the word. Dude, you forgot the word words.
Words.
Yeah. Well, my brain is starting to peter out here, right. So I hate to do this, especially since there's
Valcac, stay in touch, buddy.
I certainly will. Sorry, I've been kind of quiet. I'm trying to still fix my fucking computer. I got D&D tomorrow, and I need it working.
Sometimes it's hard to get a word in here. You have to work at it.
Yes, donkey brains is a spectrum.
We don't breathe heavy enough to know when to get in and out. So.
I have not gotten my donkey brain certificate yet to send off.
No, but he's moving to the desert, and the weirdest thing happened to him.
Do you really want me to close with that?
Why not?
No, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's always good to keep everybody up on everything. I mean, you know, they're always asking, "Hey, what's going on in your world?" Well,
about
DP's moving to the desert.
Okay, he's right. That's why I haven't been around, been able to work on the videos as much. Moving out and literally into the middle of the desert. I mean, the nearest neighbor is like a mile and a half away. It's crazy. It's been a lot of challenges, but get settled in. Our nearest neighbor, I see him coming up. I could see him coming up over the horizon because literally it's like that. Dust coming up. He's on a freaking horse. You see the dust coming up behind the horse. He gets up to us, built, rugged, handsome cowboy looking guy, tells me his name, says welcome. He says, we always have a huge welcome to the neighborhood party, when a new neighbor moves in. It's great. And he tells me, proceeds to tell me, it's basically sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It's just going to be endless booze, endless drugs, and implying some pretty crazy sex as well. So I'm like, okay, well, yeah, settle in now, I guess. cool. So I said, I asked him what should I wear. And he said, well, it doesn't really matter because it's just going to be you and me. Good night, everybody.
Ladies.
Life in the desert. Good night, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Probably go watch for tomorrow night in case he decides to go.
I want to give credit to the late great Super Dave Osborne for that joke, by the way. He used to go on, if you don't know who he is, if you ever watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, he's Larry's cousin. Bob Einstein is his real name, but he used to do a character. Thanks, Draco. Making you miss Arizona. With the story. Yeah. Good times, right? But yeah, Super Dave, if you want some laughs, you can look him up. He used to go on to Letterman and he would read from these books as if he was serious. The guy was the best straight man of all time. He would never, ever crack, man. He would say the most fucking ridiculous shit, like that whole joke. That whole joke was a setup, like, that he used on a talk show somewhere, I'm sure. But just stuff like that. Look him up on Letterman, and he used to be on a show called Bizarre. That's where he started out with John Biner, if anybody remembers the very early days of Showtime.
The Anatomy of the Desert joke.
Yeah, you probably right, Tonto. You're probably on Carson first, but he was supposed to be a stunt man, like Evel Knievel. If you grew up in the 70s, no way you don't know who Evel Knievel is. So it's sort of a parody on that, but like I said, the guy never ever broke character. It was fucking amazing. And there's also a funny episode of Norm Macdonald's little YouTube show that he did with Super Dave on it, where he's playing that character as well.
Here's 3 days of illness.
All right, guys. Thanks for being here.
As we part with a number 4.
A number 4, what? 4?
I don't know. Is that a number 4 or a number 5? Chips, drink, and sandwich. Yeah, that's number 4.
Oh, okay.
That's 3 days of illness right there. Oh, no, that was Wendy's, wasn't it?
Oh, no. We don't talk about Wendy's anymore in my house. Yeah, I got real sick. I can't eat fast. I can't eat. My days of fast food and that kind of shit.
Somebody's advertising coming up. Wrangler's got ads running on his show.
I see.
Kicking
Thank
ass.
you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Yeah, have a good night, most of you. Exactly. Well, that's a shame about Frauder to watch simping already, by the way.
No, I'm not surprised.
I'm not either. But you see, man, I gave the guy a legitimate chance. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see. He's fairly slow in thought and expression, so we'll see.
He's going over there to try and mitigate damage of him being over here talking. While we're
I see it. I see it. But I'm going to play.
That tells me a lot right there. Right?
Yeah,
I fully expect him to keep pulling a Will or a K-Far. Too bad. You guys should try growing some nuts one day.
Yeah, never will. Their nuts will never drop. They're forever stuck in their fucking throats.
It's fun to have nuts.
What a name.
All right, guys.
Any
final thoughts, Phil?
No, just can't wait to see him get his just dues.
Right on,
gotcha.
brother.
Yep. We're all anxiously awaiting that shining day. All right. So long, suckers.
Night, everybody.